Hello everyone, how's it going? I just put the air conditioning on because it's still hot in here again. But yeah, welcome in, and I guess we'll get ready to start the day. But yes, yeah, so we have Opera GX again for a sponsor for the entire month of July, so we have a new link. So if anyone hasn't downloaded Opera GX yet and would like to support the channel, we have a new link for this month, which is pretty much the same as the old one, but with a 2 instead of a 3. Yeah, yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Blade, very aware of you. And yeah, hey Montes, hey Blade, who else is around? Jonas, good to see you. Hey Duo. Yes, it is. I just updated it. Let me just see if it comes through. Yeah, I believe that's there. And hey Will, and who else in there? Hey Solly, good to see you. Good to see you all. Okay, so we have qualification match, T1 versus Team Liquid. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like as long as T1 team fight as well as they do, I think Team Liquid can only take a game. Even because last time Team Liquid actually had like good early game reads, they had a lot of stuff going well for them. And it still didn't matter. I mean, that was even with reminder folks that, like, you know, Fake has been solo killed by Yahoo. Doran went like 0-5 versus Morgan. Like, they do have some weaknesses.
For the last day of MSI playing. We have one.
Hey, Law's on the desk as well now. Hey Angie, good to see you. All good. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, bud.
With the signing moment here. Their signatures look so cool every time, I have to say. Yeah. Putting all of us to shame.
I think a lot of the great players have practiced their signatures now, because like if you remember, like when Ruler won Worlds, his signature was like a child's. Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Oh, poor Dagda. EU specialist.
That didn't feel like hope or faith.
Let me think. Hello everyone. How's it going?
The noise complaint in my hotel room, I'm telling you.
Bro, I thought it was a fever dream because of jet lag, but no, we actually got 3-0'd.
Look at the crowd today compared to yesterday. Well, it's the T1 effect, right? It's the T1 effect. The thing is, like, yeah, most people go to support their teams and they don't necessarily turn up to just random matches. That's the thing in sports too, right? It was different for like, say like 2015 Worlds, when it was that was like packed out every single day regardless of matchup. That was really cool. Yeah, that wasn't a competitive series at all. I think KC crumbled. I do somewhat wonder where KC go from here. Which events did I end up as a spectator? In terms of league, first one I went to was 2015 Worlds. Sam ended up winning some tickets to quarterfinals through his gaming society at uni. So that was, yeah, so I saw 2015 quarterfinals. Then I went to EU LCS summer finals the next year. So I saw the 3rd place match, and I saw, oh yeah, this fight. We actually went over this fight quite a lot on the, yeah. Gosh, you haven't watched a single game of MSI at all? It's been very one-sided so far, Jonas. So far, it's been very one-sided. You know, DCG got stomped by everyone, and then the Western teams beat DCG. Well, they beat DCG and lost to T1 handily. Well, no, I say that. I mean, actually, Team Liquid had good early games versus T1, and then couldn't team fight versus them. Casey had like one good early to mid game, and then 3 late in game 2. Of that series. So T1 have some vulnerabilities. They're not that good early game right now. They're very aggressive, but they're not very clinical about how they do it, so they leave some openings. For instance, the way that they level 1 ward and the way that they get owner into the game is a bit flawed, and their solo lanes are not laning at their best right now. That's pretty much the rundown. Yeah, and then we saw TL versus KC. It was just awful. It was just awful. Yeah. It's currently 26 degrees, feels like 31 at 3 AM. Oof. Oh yeah, because the US is getting hit by by a heat wave now, right? The amount of the thing which is like not it's yeah. The thing is like the heat wave's just kind of like traveling across the world. It feels like, hey, Kiwi, good to see you. It's terrible. Yeah, we just had the same over here, Montes. We actually ended up having in Germany, we broke the world record for the hottest night anywhere above 50 latitude, I think it is.
I'm sorry, Pop.
Yeah.
We all got at some point. We all
So
go through a
yeah,
moment.
that was pretty nasty. It's very, very hard to sleep in that.
After that moment,
It's 40 degrees while I was at the pool. Yeah, we hit 40 degrees over the weekend for us as well, and it was very bad.
Yeah.
yeah, you better believe we're better.
It's my fault. Oh yeah.
For the rest of what he did.
No, I think we're good.
All right, next one here.
I think TL can win 3-2. Genuinely believe the first match was a lack of confidence on TL's part. I don't think it was confidence. I think they came in with a lot of confidence. I think that they just didn't team fight very well. I think that they're I think T1 is very good team fighters, and Team Liquid, even with a lead, did not do some team fighting fundamentals well. So, for instance, like there were a number of team fights where it felt like
Is it versus T1?
it felt like Team Liquid just forgot their team fighting
Son of Yike's great moments, we know that.
fundamentals. Like they were standing their carries on top of each other, for instance.
You do not try to steal against Yike.
Okay.
Lesson learned.
We stole the series though.
Okay, what's this?
Anyway.
About something?
Potato. Next one.
Okay.
What happens at Cloud Drake here?
I'm feeling the heat.
Oh, did I see the?
I don't remember
Wait,
this one.
there's a
This is T1 versus TL.
It is T1 versus TL.
I remember, oh,
One second, I'm just sorting my replay scene.
I don't even have to put the effort into this one.
Because let me go find the
It is what it is. That's happened a lot.
Team Liquid T1 day.
Off against each other.
I want to go show you some videos from it.
Do we have, yeah?
I was gonna say I don't remember. Jose
Never trust a team to be able to win with a massive gold lead versus T1. That is true to an extent. They're very clutch team fighters. Compliment for Angie.
Eternal
This is the soul that owner stole as well.
I'm never gonna get used to seeing you off at the train station.
Game to the production side.
It's always I always give very emotional train station goodbyes,
Be happy here. We're trying
and
to extend
always makes me want to see you sooner, Angie.
Yeah, you want to stay happy? We can stay
And I genuinely never get used to them. Never get used to them.
Go his
Yeah.
way against Honor. Last
Whereas,
time, Jose had an amazing MSI
that was
squad.
the
We saw
first
this
day. Was it?
yesterday,
Was it
but
T1
I feel
PC?
like
Which
he's
day was it?
popping off left and
This
right
one.
ever since the start of the tournament. Did you expect him to be that good, Raz?
Yeah, train station goodbyes are always just very emotional. They are. Okay, let me
MVP for the split
let me show you this.
North America. But he's
So
somebody
I
that
want to show you some team fighting from this series.
He's just trying to play with
Where was this? Was the game 2? There were a lot of very like.
I'll see it before I believe it. And
Is
I've
this
been
one?
seeing
This was
someone
this the
who's
Baron
just
Sneak?
in low stake constantly and performing
No, was this the good fight? I'm trying to remember.
So yeah,
So they're in a like a slight lead, but they're going up towards Soul here. This one might be later than what I wanted actually.
The couple of series he's had as
Was
well,
this
especially
another bad
last
fight?
time, because he got to shut down a ton of those plays in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
He was constantly
This is one of the fights which goes wrong, right?
And then it kind of came into these skirmishes.
Oh no, this is the Baron Sneak. This is the Baron Sneak.
Taking over, and I love that he had like some of the counter picks available, like the Poppy. Like he had some of these cool picks. We got to see the Lee Sin from him yesterday. It felt like Jose Dioto was really popping off, and against someone like Owner, you have to
the
be
one?
able to control that bottom side of the map.
Come on, where's the Dragon Timer? This is it. Yeah. This is the one, right?
Bring that screen back up.
Don't
Who
look
did that?
Don't look at the smite.
Who did that?
Close your eyes,
I
bro.
swear the production
Got a few minutes to look at. So
you know, today's a new day.
yeah, because like carrier, so it's stuff like overlapping CC. You know, once carrier gets hit by this center W, you don't need the Nautilus hook and the Talia shove. You technically could just put down the minefield and just hook them through it. You don't need to put the I mean, but even then, I actually feel like you don't need to throw the minefield down that quickly. And then the big thing which happens right here is both the carries stack on the same pixel. So this was a real killer. This is a real killer at the time. Yagao said it very effectively. But basically, never stand your carries on the same pixel. Never put your carries on the same pixel. So they ended up like stacking here, and that gives like a golden angle for T1 to just chuck stuff at them. Because they're stood on the same pixel, they have to like, yeah, your AoE abilities are either going to shove them out of the fight or they're going to kill them. I don't think it's overconfidence, Duo. I think it's just a lack of awareness of team fighting fundamentals. That's not confidence thing. So I've put a coffee on the room for myself.
Fantastic.
So you don't need to make one for me.
Brilliant. Are you having it there? And did you put the pedal on all the...
I've got the metal locals wrong. Yeah, for sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But the right thing in the clock.
But I don't think we can attribute that to confidence, Duo. I think that's like, I don't think that fully just explains what's happening on my screen there, really. But stuff like this will just instant lose you team fights. You know, Carrier dies for it, doesn't really matter. You know, it even gets the double stun onto them with the Renata like handshake. And then the front line goes in without understanding that their back line is not able to follow up. This is from day one, yeah. Yeah, so that's why I have like the live feed on top right. I'm just reviewing the thingy. Just like, yeah. So this is the review there, right? But I just wanted to have my own replay scene basically. I think discipline is the right word for it, Jonas. Yeah, I think discipline in team fights, just understanding your fundamentals, because that early game is really good. The early game is really good. I think that they read Ona very well. I think T1 are still vulnerable in solo lanes and early jungle pathing. If G2 can 3-0 Genji, why can't TL 3-0 T1? Yeah, that's a fair point. It's a fair point. Yeah. I mean, Genji obviously don't have the same international aura as T1, but they came in as heavy favorites to first stand, and they all fell apart from, didn't it? It's possible to quickly fix that, though. I don't think it's possible to quickly fix laning phase deficiencies, and I don't think it's easy to quickly fix early game jungle pathing, such as, I mean, you can definitely address it. Thank you so much. It's quite hard to address like the intricacies of level 1 warding and level 1 warding and the like. Jose's been looking mega so far. Yeah, I think Jose's been fantastic, and I think that Team Liquid have been the best drafting team of play-ins. However, I don't think that we've seen that much gameplay to, you know, definitively say too much about that. Welcome in Discovery or Undiscovery.
In any situation, they will keep trying to find a way to win the game. I think that was really big. They think about like how to win the game, like never stop thinking about it. So I think that's really hard for enemy team to finish the game. I will try my best to get stronger individually to match how Keria played. Some of the play he's making was really impressive. Yeah, I tried to do the same thing as him.
Try and do the same thing Keria is doing. That is a tough thing to do.
It is. Basically, only On can match what Keria does. That's why I'm so high on On. I mean, like, I think that On has his deficiencies, right? He's very flippy, he's very high variance, but I think that a lot of people look down on in the support conversation because he's not an LCK player and he's not a T1 player. I mean, Keria's the GOAT, don't get me wrong, but you also have to be aware that there are other players out there which can provide some pretty good value. Yeah.
I will say he doesn't get a lot of the draft resources, the lowest in terms of counter pick rate, and a lot of that resources go towards the bot side of the map. But I know
that Doran's not getting counter pick, but the problem is it is actually giving like potentially game losing leads over to the other side. Morgan's been fantastic. Yeah. Oh, actually no. Yeah, in this case, yeah, Morgan's not actually. Sorry, Morgan's actually not getting much counter pick himself. He's just winning matchups. It's kind of crazy for him. Yeah. But On has been really good for a while. It's just some of the same club fans sometimes downgrade him. People remember his. I agree, by the way, sir. I agree. He has been good for a while. I think that internationally in 2025, obviously not great, but was really good domestically. Morgan's always been a good laner, just on a team that didn't push set leads. Yeah, I mean, obviously early on in his career, it was a bit of a meme for Morgan, where he would like pick for lane and lose anyway. But he's really leveled up on that over the years.
How impactful is that going to be?
Not as impactful. Not as impactful. I still
Same happened to Missing. Missing was a very different archetype of player. Because what Missing was very good at like reactively punishing teams. You know, if someone showed on one side of the map and he had an angle to all in, he'd be doing it on the frame they showed on the minimap. He was a different kind of player. He wasn't as much of a big playmaker compared to On, whereas On is very creative, both in draft and in game. Do you think T1 will be able to get a game on TL? Yeah, you know, T1 will struggle to get a game here, you know. Like a roll on the TL Cup room. Well, even pre-tournament, I was pointing out some of the weaknesses which T1 have shown at play-ins, and they haven't addressed them completely yet. I mean, I think that both solo laners are not laning fantastically right now compared to what they should be, and I think that T1's drafting is a bit rough. It's a bit rough. It's not losing them games right now, but it is a bit rough, and I think it will lead to losses if it keeps going on like this. Remember that JDG Golden Road team played well all year. The problem with missing was that in Worlds T1 destroyed the supports targeted them, so people suddenly blamed missing. Yeah, the meta flipped to a ranged support meta very quickly. That is a fair point. Yeah, I think more people blamed Kanavi for the last Belveth game, and I don't think enough people blamed Ruler for having a poor 2023 Worlds. Ruler was not good at 23 Worlds comparative to his level that year, which really hurt things.
You know what?
Yeah. He was much better on the scaling team fight bot lanes. He wasn't as good on the early pressure ones. Yeah. Yeah, I think missing was he was over criticized for that tournament. I think that missing in 2025 obviously not a great year. 26 for him so far has not been bad. Actually, it's been a bit of a revival for him. I know that obviously LNG didn't win either of their promotion series, but hey. Kanavi wasn't bad on Belveth until the end. Yeah, no, exactly. Kanavi's Belveth was actually good up until that final death where he just walks into his ear soldiers and dies because he was looking for a smite. Yeah. Okay. Do I need another ad break? I probably do need another ad break, but I should have run an ad break before this. Should have done the timer. Anyone gonna anyone going against 23 carry was gonna fall, in my opinion? Well, until Worlds, not necessarily true, right? Because they beat him in MSI, and Summer wasn't great for carrier comparative. It's like Worlds 23 was different, and even then, earlier on into the Swiss stage, T1 hadn't figured it out. They needed to get into like the very end of Swiss and then to quarterfinals for them to really figure things out with the range support meta. It's like Kara was very good at in Worlds knockouts, but less good in Swiss.
Incredible series, the final series in the play-in stage of MSI 2026 between T1.
Yeah, exactly, Jonas. Yeah, Summer Carrier was not as good. Spring Carrier very good.
Whatsoever. But I'm thinking it might be a bit of a T1 favorite house here today, Azale.
It's hard to say, you know. You look out there, you know, it's
okay,
like...
I'm going to put on a small ad break now, and we might have to do one after draft as well, so it'd be alright.
I mean, it's basically 99.9%
do I put on now? I'm going to put on a small ad break and hope that it works, basically. It's not going to be the chunky 3-minute one, which is the problem sometimes. Okay. Wasn't that Summer Carrier when he had to fully take on shot calling? I can't remember the I can't remember the process. I can't remember the timeline of that. Yeah, Sam's gonna come through in a second, by the way, so I'm not gonna be alone.
And from the confidence they gained after that absolute demolishment yesterday.
Oh, is the Summer Faker took a break? That's the one. Faker took a break. Yep, I remember that now. I remember that now. Yep.
Basically the same thing.
Are we guaranteed T1 BLG if T1 wins? Yeah, I believe so. I think we're guaranteed T1 BLG, top esports GT. Top esports, yeah, guaranteed top esports G2, T1 BLG. Like, it's League of Legends' greatest hits.
And they were up 6,000 gold, but T1 are just out team-fighting them so badly in that series, and the games are decided.
Okay. RTA of the casters, yeah, I was just seeing the volume as well. The volume's changed quite a lot between desks, then adverts, then interviews, and then back onto stage again. I was just seeing that as well, so it should be okay now, I think. Just yourself today? No, Sam's coming through. Sam's coming through. Don't worry about it.
If they want to get a game, if they want to have
it'll be
have to be able to have the incredible early games like they had last time, and then pair that with much better team fighting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jonas. I'm not. It was my 30th birthday on the weekend, and I got some Riftbound cards for it, and and some Magic the Gathering cards. So I ended up I ended up pulling a $700 Misfortune Legend card from the original set. Ban Bard? No. I actually, okay. So the thing is, now they've banned the Camille. I think you do, but I actually think this was a misread by the community. I think that they're going on narrative and not on analysis. Where KC did not lose Game 2 of that series because of Bard. They lost it because of their own team fight execution. They were actually winning that game through Carrier's Bard because they let him pick it and pick the Camille into it, which gave them a winning support matchup to snowball the map. So I actually think it's quite lazy analysis and quite narrative, because, like, you know, just following the narrative really rather than the analysis, saying that it was Carrier's Bard which solo won that game. Obviously his Bard was good and he's a great Bard player, but Yeah, that game was actually winnable because of his Bard in the first place, because they got Busio ahead on the map. Okay, so let's think about this draft now. I gotta change my epic pen over actually. Where's my epic pen?
They don't get the luxury of double elimination, but in this game one, they
Okay.
selection both side and choosing whether they're going first.
So this Saban versus Jose, very necessary. This opens up the Bard now. So if you're gonna ban the Camille, okay, sure. Do they have a second? Do they have a second ban for that? Let me see.
With Spawn on the desk yesterday, you know, he was mentioning it is about a 58% win rate for teams that both get blue side and first pick, which is, you know, what you are going to see.
I can bring 1-3.
Even just
I'll get that 1-3 for me.
the nameplates, it is a significant advantage to be first pick and blue side, and T1 have earned that by not dropping a single game in play.
Okay, they ban the Jace, but so they allow Bard. So now this is a problem, right? Now this one's a problem. They give Bard to carry, but the thing is, if you're going to do it in game one. Do it in game one because it means that you don't have to deal with this Bard ban for the rest of the series. You don't have to deal with this now for the rest of the series, which is a big factor. Because having to permaban the Bard is just not easy to work with. I don't like the fact that they didn't let the Camille go through at that point, though. I guess what they were worried about is T1 first picking Camille and then them not having like a counter into the Camille, because the Camille is, I think, strongest support on patch, I think.
Yeah, so clearly they think actually the Camille is more of an issue than the Bard. Bard is manageable, and the fact that they are very fast and responsive to Rel says that they are quite happy to run this into it. Now, I didn't necessarily think, at least at the top of my head, that Rel was that great into Bard, or it was a particularly notable answer into Bard. But I might be,
Core is really
exactly
good on it. Yeah.
But Core is probably up there as one of the greatest Rels of all time, period.
And more that he's on really good form on it right now.
Yeah,
because he's played on it well at the event. No one's picked up Rumble yet. Jarvan's in.
Jarvan Rel's not a that bad combo either.
But you can still pick like Ezreal to get out of the Cataclysm.
Xin Zhao Rise.
You don't have. Well, I think you pick an Ezreal, honestly, right now.
Actually, with the Rel and the Jarvan, I actually take that back.
You want a mobile AD carried like right now.
I think Quid's got options for Cassio or Rise in that case probably as well. Both are kind of fine.
Yep. Are there any AD carries which Yon needs to go for? I guess you could Misfortune right now. It's not awful.
Relatively lane dominant as well, obviously.
Means that no solo laners are picked going into the second round. What this does mean is T1 haven't like picked Doran's champ and then like double banned on the other side of it. Not that you can really do that as easily on blue side or slash first pick.
They do, and what I've been seeing is they've been doing that on 4, where they've double banned top and then picked on 4. But I don't like that because I actually think it makes it pretty obvious from the bans what they're going towards.
Yeah.
So you say, oh, that's very obvious, yeah, Ambessa. Like, because if you see like we see the Renekton Vayne ban, it's going to be Ambessa.
So I think now Team Liquid bans Cassio.
Possibly Onivia too, actually.
You could ban Cassio and Nivea, yeah. Or you could ban like Cassio Annie. I think Cassio is a must ban. Although even then, Cassio's a little vulnerable versus Jarvan, but I don't think you take the chance. Although Cassio, Faker's Cassio wasn't great recently. It was okay, but it wasn't crazy.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember well enough to have an opinion, so I will stay quiet on that one. My impression was it was fine.
He was getting kind of walked in lane by Galio, by Chovy's Galio and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he played a game of Cassio, I think, in both the Genji and the Italy series from memory, and I didn't love it. It was, yeah.
I remember the Galio game now you mention it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that series in general just wasn't great from T1. So I don't want to take too much out of that one in terms of just like, yes, there are strategic things I take from that series and some potential like core failings of T1, but some of the individual players just players having a bad day.
Okay, so I understand like the comment is saying like, you know, giving T1 Xin Zhao and Bard, but also this means you don't have to ban it for the rest of the series. Do it in game 1 if you're going to do it. And also, if a team is so good at certain champions, they pick them kind of de facto. You can work plans around, you know, if there are specific matchups which you're practiced at, which are good into them, then you get those matchups quite consistently at that point.
If you've so the question basically is, do we have prep into it? Do we just want to say game 1, we take the gamble, we've got potential answer, let's give it a go? I tend to be for that. especially if it then opens up your space a little later on. Renekton implies potential Ambessa. It is the Onivia ban to go with the Casio, so my god, I'm good at this analysis thing.
Oh, okay. Kaiser lock, insta-lock Kaiser.
That was fat. I mean, it is good into Ezreal. It has been historically a great
it's
match
good into
Ezreal.
Bard as well, because when Bard's running around the map, then Kaiser follows her through the magical journey, like through with the ult through the magical journey instead of getting into like stun angle.
The Ambessa, the Renekton ban.
Talir into Rise is fine. T1's comp is a bit lacking in engage.
I think it almost has to be the Titanic Hydra for the more instant CC.
But then you need to not die on the engage.
Yeah. Okay, what if Morgan want to play into the Ambessa? Because actually, remember, he got, what, 3 solo kills? 2 solo kills into Doran in the match the last time?
Nas good. I mean, you've got double global mid laners, so you're going to have people flying top lane, but if Morgan just outlanes Doran again, I think I prefer Liquid's draft. I do. Because, like, T1 don't have a great amount of engage. Like, this is your engage, really. Which is obviously big because it's carrier's Bard. On the other side, though, I mean, if you misstep, Kaiser jumps on you, you've got Rise Realm Warp. What we're going to see is Team Liquid using those 2 pieces to, like, snowball the Gnar as heavily as they can.
You've got a build your own Gnar combo, right, with the Jarvan wall. So you catch people in there, you've even got more CC follow up there. So like, there's quite good synergy everywhere. I'm kind of with you. I mean, okay, T1 have got okay pick, right? Shinzao, Bard, Ambessa, Talir's in there as well. If you can land your CC, and there is a bit of it, it's just not like, it's not Leone, you know? They've still got tools here, and I do think the disengage is kind of nasty between Shinzao and Talir and Bard to an extent as well. There is a world where they actually managed to try and disengage the play, but I do think it's harder to execute. I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Gotta get my headphones.
Yeah, get your headphones and get your chair, and we'll get settled in. Okay, cool.
These teams' strategy or execution as we get ready for the first game in this series. Again, final series of the play-in stage. The winner will.
Yeah, exactly. Since Ambessa's ult went to like a 0.7 lockout time, it's much harder to use Ambessa as an engaged tool now. Like on her own, she needs someone CC'd in front of her now, which is obviously not consistent.
There is no reset on the bracket, anything like that. So if they lose, they are out of MSI, period. T1 never goes out early in tournaments, though. The worst they've ever done.
T1 never goes early in tournaments. Yeah, I mean, they've occasionally done it regionally, very occasionally, but not often at all.
You know, the bracket stage before that elimination stage.
The 2019 MSI that EU fans love to bring up, that's their worst result. 3rd, 4th.
Exactly.
Yep, 3rd, 4th. Never gone out worse than semis.
Yeah, more than 3 or 4.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Already seeing some early aggressive.
Kind of crazy their international record. They're just so consistent at getting on the board.
Down a bit of chipping away, but both sides burning.
I'm here for the second monitor gaming. Hey, Vocal, I can see.
And he's going to be missing, you know,
okay.
As well on top of that, even after the potion does expire. So
I think volumes are okay. But obviously let me know if there's anything we can do about that. Level 1 pretty good for T1. Ezreal's very good at level 1, of course. Kaiser is not great. Well, she's okay at level 1, but she's been hit on that a number of times because basically, if Kaiser can get single target Q at any point in the game, obviously pretty damn strong.
They're going to stack it, and then when it bounces out, well, guess what? You got to be able to fight them, or you're going to be losing minion after minion after minion. And that's why it gets so hard.
Okay. Or just using the shield gets the auto. Would have loved the knockup, but it's whatever.
Get a little bit of space, but he knows that in these early levels, you're just not.
Just having jungle pathing. So we talked about early jungle wards quite a lot. So Jarvan spotted on his clear around Raptors. No surprise there. Jarvan is the loser, the loser of the early jungle matchup here. Like you don't win the early jungle matchup. I need to connect your.
Thank you very much. I was about to say. That can be done at some point, but there is no rush. But it doesn't look like we're getting anything super spicy here. Jarvan is slightly ahead of the clear. Who's gone to blue buff first, I'll note. So there is a world where the Jarvan is going to do blue buff and look for the gank after on a weird timer.
Yeah, this is also just a defense against an invade. Because sometimes on bot side Shinzo can cross over the river. Let me just see if... there we go.
We saw this up against Morgan. It was Morgan on the Rumble, so things are a little bit different this time.
Congrats to Carrier for passing Shaohu in international games, and to be honest, mate, I'm not surprised with how good Carrier's been recently. This guy is just... He has kind of become a legend, hasn't he? People thought he was going to be great, and then he really, really was.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad it never happened with Deft. It's my only thing, right?
Carrier and Deft.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I mean, obviously, then he did that against Carrier, Deft did, in 2022 finals, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice job, production. Love the animal edition. I'm the goat of supports.
Yeah, production, you've done well there.
Because he knows it, and I like when a player
am the goat of casting, specifically from my tiny part of Berlin. very, very tiny bite. I have to like really narrow it down because there's quite a lot of pig casters.
Well, this is the thing. It has to be like your room because I'm also in the same apartment, you know. So even then, it's like, dude, you're really slandering me live on air, right? Well, is this free kill? Gets away from the stun. Still has knock up. That's good damage. Tower not on.
Man, they've done all that aggro.
Rise is coming down. They can ghost with Rise. Maybe they can ghost with Rise.
He needs to be here next 5 seconds. They know he's coming.
They missed the Q and they get the wall stun. Okay, it's 1 kill on that. They actually might kill that.
Ooh, missed the Q.
Oh, but it's eased down now. Quid maybe kills Zona. He has no flash. Okay, yeah. That was the easy play from Quid. So no summon is used on Yon. It's a dive kill. What's happening from Jarvan? Jarvan's recalling, not really doing that much.
I'm not really sure what happened, if that was a misclick or if like he'd already spent his flash and it was a hex flash I saw, but that looked bizarre there from
Core flashed the Bard stun. That's why he flashed. So I think Azael just missed that one. Just missed that one. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, it happened just before the clip came through.
Bit of an oopsie there from Core.
Getting the 1 kill back is actually fine. I mean, Quid getting a kill is big. This is not a bad Rise game at all, actually. Rise is really quite happy with this draft, I think. There's a lot of people. There's not that much lockdown. And there's a lot of people he lanes okay against. Rise and Clear is completely fine in side lanes. Ambassador is completely fine elsewhere too. Do you have to blow barrier maybe here? Is that what they're showing us? Oh, Kerry had to flash away. Right. Ooh, double flashes in mid lane.
But not getting the kill is frustrating. That's 2 flashes burned on the side of
The Faker also won't be able to immediately push out a lane on ult timing, which is okay. Also, again, Jarvan just likes people not having flash. So actually, I think Liquid are winning the cooldown economy right now. Jarvan's going to have ult before Bard does. Both those are the champions which abuse flashes being down.
I will say Bard, but yeah, I would say Bard and Shin's probably aren't complaining too much either. I'll also note, of course, like we haven't had this conversation necessarily yet. It's actually Doran's done a really good job of trading on that one pretty well. Nice ult through the transformation, flash away from the wall. Oh, this is doable. Well done, Doran.
Good job. Okay.
Well done, Doran. Much better.
Nice. So Morgan, I didn't see where he used his flash in that trade, but yeah, that's really good from him. All right, so Doran obviously not great in the first matchup. Solo killed a bunch of times.
Right. That's really, really good. Well, I'm sure we'll get the replay on that one, guys. I think we've got to call out the fact that Pace and Carrier get their Ezreal Bard, right? And again, you take the Rel, you take the Kai'Sa. That's not exactly lane dominant. And T1 are doing a good job of getting value out of that bot lane win con, basically.
So you're losing level 6 Scuttle for Jose. Where are you? Think you are. You should be. Maybe. Are you really fighting of this? Rise is coming down with 6. Yeah, they're run whopping for this. They really want it. Yeah, okay. So Rise uses ult to get level 6 Scuttle Crab, I think. So you get the level 6 Scuttle Crab. That's kind of big, actually.
Yeah.
So now you have Faker without flash. He does, and he's leveled his ult, so he can't do like the in-combat ult thing. If he just, yeah, Faker's dead here.
What are we doing?
Oh, no, he's actually just out, just about out.
Hang on, there's going to be, he's got Scorch Goals, so he doesn't have the speed, and he gets the rock surfing. Okay. Nice, okay. Ult for ult.
Yeah, Faker had to get out of combat. If he was in combat, he wouldn't be able to do that.
Have a look at the replay. Yeah, so he gets the really good public execution rather, between the buffer.
The flash over the Q is the key thing there. Oh, because he knows he'll kill if he gets the Q plus auto. It's really good from Doran there, actually. I think if he just, if he doesn't flash there, obviously he lives, but
he doesn't get the kill either.
Yeah. You don't have, he didn't think he was getting wall stun there. He needs to hop over the wall, he should be fine.
Look who's coming though.
Jose's here. Good hop over the wall. He's dead, yeah. Okay, good pickoff. So now this is the problem with giving Carrier Bard, right? Oh, hang on, Jose, not bad knock up there, but Shinzo has ult. You can just hold the choke point. Back off, take the cooldown for free.
I think we can just get inside it, can't? Okay, yeah, can't.
And even then, I don't think you'd want to because Doran could just.
Yeah, just realised ult was back off cooldown.
You're in the choke point versus Shinzo. If you have to funnel in there, it gives you some very easy skill shots to hit on the other side. Like Talia and Bester in a choke point like that, I don't love it.
No, you're right. I blanked on Doran having the ult back up. I was thinking, I wonder whether him being low, whether Quid could just ghost and get in range and put a Rune Prison down and keep him honest and in the fight.
It's like in this game, I don't love giving. I mean, it's a risk giving. Oh, Realm Warp.
Yeah.
No, they don't have Realm Warp.
But they can still roam behind, I think.
And if you get Kai'Sa ult in, then you can ghost. Yeah, they're ghosting through. Can they get in range for Kai'Sa?
Good dodge on the initial overload.
you can see that it feels like Quid knows.
Yeah, I mean, you're likely to because you have E, right?
He's the only member of the team with the lead on
Still, I appreciate the fact that, okay, here's that conversation about mindset again, guys. So again, I want to call back to that Spawn interview, and there was all that kind of stuff going online about, oh, Team Liquid, what's with this mentality? It's a loser's mentality. No, it's not. It is a mentality of how do we deal with getting rolling with the punches, because T1 throw a lot of punches. Now the thing is, in the early game, the punches that T1 throw are sometimes, shall we say, a little hit or miss. It's the reason why their early games have been a little suspect. Some of it's laning, some of it's the fact that they go for plays that maybe they shouldn't. But what happens is the one punch that lands well, they are incredibly good at turning into everything, the game. It is remarkable how consistently they do that at the minute. The fact that we are still seeing Team Liquid look to make proactive moves as a unit, which looks quite, actually, very practiced, right? We are seeing Core and Jose make strong moves. We are seeing them realm walk for scuttle grabs. They look like they know what they want to do on the map. Yeah, it's not working out right now. They're down 1800 gold. I still think T1 are in a good position for their comp right now, relatively
Lane
speaking.
swap after grubs. No one's running to protect the door. This is going to be a 0-3 now. I don't think he gets into Mega in time. Oh, actually, not awful.
Oh, that's good timing.
It doesn't change anything, I don't think. Ono is still minimum taking one turret shot. I don't think it
No, it's more the fact that they actually turn the tower off, having killed Morgan. Just
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I actually don't think it changes anything. It looks cool. I actually think functionally it doesn't change anything.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
It was more the fact that I was like, that was cool.
Yeah.
The fact that was good timing. I was like, oh, nice. I've not seen. The amount of bards I've seen messed that up. You know?
Yeah. Funnily enough, I think that would have actually given Morgan potential chance of outplay. Because it hit Morgan as well. Because what you really want to do is hit the turret, not hit the enemy champion, right?
Yeah. Well, they killed him, but therefore turned it off. So it's kind of fine. I agree. If it had gone wrong, it would have been very bad.
Yeah. But no, I think functionally it doesn't really change anything besides you lose the cooldown. Yeah.
32 stacks left on that Cole. We'll start to get close to that first.
I don't love giving Kerry a bard and taking the rel. I think we've seen the Camille actually be a counter matchup. We saw that KC could actually win the game through that matchup. But I mean, Kerry's been completely fine. Bot lane's not been an issue for T1. Morgan dying so much individually is not what they would have expected, of course. Quid's playing pretty well. I think it's been, probably, he's been better than Faker right now in terms of roaming out on the map and doing stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. At least Faker was on the move there. It's not like Faker's been playing badly. I think just Quid's had some good timings to beat up the lane.
Yeah.
I think Owner's got more done. Jose's got a bit more farm as a result, and that sometimes can be a big difference. We've seen this before, where the 10 CS gap leads to a level gap, and that can be problematic. In fact, we see that right now, level 7 to level 8. That can be a big deal with first items completions and that kind of stuff as well. I'll also note that Yon has stayed much more even in this matchup than the first time T1 and Liquid played.
True. Yon and Quid were really bad in the first matchup.
And he's largely even here. Not, halfway behind. I think he's got a bit to catch up.
The Bardot stops the recall there.
It's going to give Ambassador time top.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Doran, considering how poor Doran looked last series, and I think that is, well, against Liquid specifically, this looks so much better. He's now 2-0. He's up a massive amount of CS. He's going to get first turret. This is a good showing from him.
I wouldn't have even said just against Team Liquid. He also went like 0-5 on Yorick versus
KC. Yeah, no,
and then versus Genji, he had some rough moments, and actually, like, I think Doran's just not been laning well recently. So for him to actually get a laning lead, that's really big for him. I have many people in my mentions saying, "Oh, but Doran never plays for lane." And I'm like, okay, it's not. Oh, hang on, Carrier dead there.
Nice pick.
That does take like triple ults, but it does mean Carrier's off the map. Quite the trade, that.
Yeah. When's Dragon? Actually, they brought Rise down. I think Pace could be in danger here.
Yeah.
He doesn't have ult. I don't think he clears the wave.
He has flash barrier.
Bess is coming, but she's going to be a ways off. Maybe
Talia's coming down now. Talia's coming down now.
And Bess with the ult as well.
Yeah. They don't have Bard ult because they used it to cancel the recall before. It's not bad, actually. That's okay. Nice, really clean. Okay, fair play.
Really smooth.
I guess they could have flashed that. Didn't need to. Okay, nice. 2 kills for pretty low cost, actually.
Who got the kills there? It was 1 on Core, 1 on Quid.
Yep.
Oh,
he has flash. Okay, not bad. Pass her down. Quid has actually really impressed me this tournament. I think Quid's actually been really good.
100 quid, baby. Back where he was on.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage.
Eclipse and Tunnel is in. And level 11. The arm pens in.
Carrier has ult again. He might restop the recall again.
Oh my god. That would have been
good discipline.
Yeah, I would have moved. I would not have held my line.
Stopping the recall again. Okay, good recall stuff because the wards. They even saw the ward there, by the way, so they knew that Carrier knew they were in there. So that's again like, it's a good punish from Carrier, but also like, he's 2 levels down. Jesus, well.
Morgan, maybe. Oh, well, warp buff. Flash a flash. Or with the
nice.
Really good Liquid.
From Liquid. Really good.
They might get Carrier here as well, actually. He's already burned his magical journey. Nice.
Damn, that's like 4 kills on the trot for TR. It's really not looking bad. I mean, they're still behind in terms of gold, but they're playing really well around, you know, Realm Warp, Kai'Sa, long range Rel engage with long CC timing as well.
Azel's agreeing with you about Quid looking really good. I think Quid and Core on the roam have been really good this game. Like, again, the Rel for lane, whatever, but the fact that Yon is largely even with, okay, 10 CS down, boohoo, you're a Kai'Sa. And you've cashed in your cult, you are fine.
But like, T1 is still really pushing towers very quickly. You know, Doran's still got a lot of gold. They've just lost mid lane turret as well, Team Liquid. So while the moves they're making are good, they've just kind of they lost top lane a little too hard for this to be like an out and out win. They're still 2k down, and look, Faker's not done much this game, but as soon as you get into team fights, he's going to be a real Hayes, buddy. They have Kai'Sa as well.
Oh, Liquid, they might lose Yon for this.
He's got barrier, use flash already.
Oh, Shin's out. Okay.
Nars not coming down just yet.
Oh, the Rune Prison caught Shin's out as he was going through the bloody tunnel. Oh, that's so ridiculous.
I think Core still dies here.
Might, yeah, okay. Faker's in trouble.
Okay.
I think Faker dies as well.
Yeah, he just uses flash. Oh, Jesus. Okay, that's like 4 for 1, right? 4 for 2. 4 for 2. Jesus, okay.
And Best is going to get tier 2 potentially here, because that was a 4v5.
Yeah. Oh, happy patch day, by the way, Rack. Uma's got like big patch. We're trying to figure out like whether it's like
Genshin's had one too.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of pulling in the background, I'm not gonna lie.
Patch is coming through like soon. Yeah.
Tsundere robot.
we also have one of them in Uma, weirdly.
That makes sense.
We have them. Oh, Core messed up there because Ona used his Q3 to cancel Rel W. Didn't have to do that. You pulling while you're on stream, Sam.
Yeah.
Pulling while he's on stream. Okay.
Nah, not happening. Not yet. Not
okay,
yet.
Right.
I'm gonna. The issue is more how many pulls we're gonna need.
In fairness, actually, at first stand, I also ended up pulling Uma. I ended up getting like Mr. CB to like 1 LB and like 11 pulls. It's crazy. Oh god. If you have, because you have a Rise, I genuinely don't mind Yon just throwing yourself to 4 people. Yes, completely agree. Full contact team fighting, sometimes trading 1 for 1 because the rest of your team are in a better position is completely fine.
Well, your Rise is Giga.
Yeah, that's something that we talk about a lot in the LPL. I think it's not bad for Team Liquid to just give a dragon or 2 and get Morgan back into the game. Quid is really strong, and it is a very good Rise draft, as we were saying. Like, Rise can kind of just kill everyone by himself in the right spots. Rise and Kai'Sa scale, yeah, I completely agree. If Kai'Sa and Rise get on the board, great. I mean, it is a problem that Doran is much more strong in a side lane than he has any right to be in this draft. That's exactly what Azel's talking about here too. By the way, one of the things we'll talk about the casting perspective part of this. Very often, from a color casting perspective, most of the things you hear co-streamers talking about are also things which casters are also thinking about too. It's just them judging that they don't have enough time to.
Like, some conversations are too long.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, if I'm sat here and I'm doing, like, a 2-minute point on blah, 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 you know, the value of, like, trading carry for carry or whatever, I can do that on a co-stream. I can't do that on a cast because there's too much other stuff I've got to talk about. And then that's one of the reasons why, you know, people like co-streams, because, like, they can just talk about more intricate stuff for a longer amount of time. But, yeah, don't assume that casters don't know their stuff, really. Because, actually, from my experience, I actually think casters have, like, pretty on par knowledge to most co-streamers out there. Obviously, there are, like, specific bits of knowledge and information which co-streamers will have over casters, but I actually think casters have pretty good knowledge base, myself included.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
right? Like you can beat T1 domestically.
Shiv, Kai'Sa got Rage Blade as well. Although I mean Shiv applies your on hit, so it is really good on Kai'Sa now.
Success this team has on an international stage.
Yeah, so you got to be coming out with your best in draft. You got to be looking.
So
for
Hex Tech Rift, you have you have the Hex Gates to speed things up. This is one of the things where I think that knowing what Rift it is can change the way you draft and the way you prep for a game, because in mid to late game when you have Hex Gates it really changes your prep. Herald into mid. Team, okay, big thing. Liquid don't have any turrets and they're still, okay, they get to drive it around, they can delay it.
Oh. Nice. Oh, not at all. Oh, nice!
No, he was going for the engage, he's going for the engage, he's going for the engage. Because he wanted to get the double knockups onto the carries.
I don't know, man.
He got the knockup onto Faker, but then the rest of the team wasn't ready for that anyway, so... So I think he was looking for the engage. He went for the double knockup. I don't think he was looking for the tower. I think he was looking for the double kills, for the double carries. I think it's a mistake, but I don't think it was unintentional. I think it was
right. Okay. I'd like to see this. I'd like to see this again, because again he does get the double knockup, but
even able to actually get that into the tower, it would have been great because he pops out away from the turret.
it puts him right next to the turret.
When you do pop out, so he would have been totally fine.
I'm still not sure, Al.
No, I don't think that was unintentional. I think that was intentional, but a bad. So there's a difference framing on it. I think it was intentional, but a bad decision, rather than a misplay.
Rather than not just missing the turret. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he just missed the turret, because we've seen this a couple of times where you just like look for the fight instead. It's a pretty bad misplay though, and if anything, you still want to just like destroy the turret anyway, really. Yeah. Because if you look at the carries, he actually ends up getting the because he delays the charge. That's fine.
It's a clever start. Tries to make the most of it, but unfortunately the full commit starts to cost him.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool. But
Right here, he could have hit the turret and he chooses not to. He wants to knock up onto Faker and he wants to go melee range of the Ezreal maybe. But then there's just not enough follow-up, and you're also melee range of Shinzo when you come out.
Well, maybe the Kai'Sa can join you, but I don't think Kai'Sa's under the turret, which is a bit miserable.
Rise as well, right? Rumble.
Yeah.
In action, that increased cast time on the ult, uses that to killer instinct over the top of Doran, makes him miss. Otherwise, that could have been even worse. But Core goes down for the sins of Jose.
Yeah, that's where I think it's quite... Oh, hang on, that's going to be... What is Yon building third there? Please don't tell me it's Pred about Kai'Sa.
You know?
It might be Shadowflame.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate it.
No, don't rage belt me with Kai'Sa.
You know what?
You're not rage belting me with Kai'Sa,
W, Alex, you know?
Potential playing top river here, actually, by the way.
Also, you know, E locks you out of a lot of things, right? It's too long a cooldown, or too long an animation.
That's why what you do is you Q E and then your Q animation happens while you're in your E.
But you could Q Rocket Belt, Al.
I'm not sure you can do that, Sam.
But why not?
Well, oh, you can Q Rocket Belt, but you can't E Rocket Belt.
Yeah, you can Q Rocket Belt. Well, you could. Yeah, I think you could do some silliness. I mean, the Shadow Flame would make most sense.
Oh, static can crit on low. Yeah. I forgot that static would also crit with the Shadow Flame. Still true. Yeah, and your passive, your W, and your Shiv will crit. Oh, hang on, Baron Sneak. See, whoa, and also you have
Return the favor.
You're just gonna put a ward down. You just leave it, sure, whatever.
T1, it's their playbook.
They know this play. They dropped the ward over the
But it does mean that T1 have to just... It keeps them honest around Baron, right? Just keeps them honest there.
Against T1, because T1 is on their way to try to sneak a 20-minute Baron. That's the problem.
You give a Dragon over this. You did use... Like, you used your move on the map to make that mid lane play.
Let's just leave. This is weird.
We'll take Dragon.
Yeah.
I think Liquid have done it all right at just keeping their side lanes in their side lanes, but just Morgan's just not a factor, really.
Quid and Yon are, though. And to be honest, like, yes, the Gnar being not a factor is annoying, but not to put too fine a point on it, I think I would still rather have the Ryze and Kai'Sa fed in this game. If I was going to have to make a trade, that would be the one I make.
Yeah, fair play, actually. Yeah, I mean, for Team Liquid specifically, Morgan's been a really big player for them, but...
I agree.
Yeah, we'll see.
Quid's really good this tournament. If Yon can look better than he did the last time out, then
yeah, I think once Morgan gets his second item, we'll be a bit happy. I think with the Tunneler, it's going to be... Well, it could be actually a number of things, but I'd be happy with the Black Cleaver. I'd be happy with...
I reckon he goes Sterex.
Yeah, all Sterex would be the one I would... Yeah. I think especially if you're looking to be pseudo frontline, that would make sense.
Black Cleaver doesn't go with Tunneler.
just
It's Caulfields and...
No, it's Phage is the main one.
You're right. Yeah, in that case, it's definitely a static. You're right. I'm so used to
Sterak's not static.
Actually, static. Dear me. Not just Sterak's is what I meant.
Not to correct you.
Yes.
Liquid
I meant Sterak's.
Hang on, everyone's got flashes, which means that big engager coming. Oh, not bad from
Okay, Faker's out for a second. Faker is out, actually. That was a nasty Ezreal ult.
Yeah.
Oh, Tempest.
Hey.
Oh, Carrier messes his
Carry
Q.
messes up. Bessa misses ult.
Does it matter?
Maybe.
Morgan.
Morgan.
Oh, no, the Bessa issue and Pays is doing so much work. I might if Morgan was better than one item, guys.
Okay, well, he has a realm but I don't think it's... Yeah, I don't... Yeah, I mean, if he could use that to get into position. I think Yon makes the big mistake there. I think that he ults and then gets knocked out by the Shinzo ult after only getting like a couple of autos down, which means that Faker gets out for free.
Dies with flash up as well. Did he have a space to flash in there somewhere?
I don't think he can flash forwards to get much done.
Ooh, more about surviving to stay in the fight a bit longer, because Pays, I think, does a really good job at the back end of the fight.
But Core had a good start to that catching out Faker, but I think Yon committing the ult in the way that he did wasn't fantastic. So watch this again, right? But Faker gets caught. Obviously gets the minefield down, so they can't get the ult down from Rel as well. And then Core messes up his ult after. So Core messes up his ult, Yon ults in and doesn't get that much done. So I think Yon has a bad fight, Core messes up a little bit there. And these are like the teamfight execution bits which I was criticizing from TL in their first series. Hayes is also just free hitting as well. Yon's not at Shadow Flame yet. Baron's going down. Can he get it?
Jose's got EQ.
He doesn't have flash. You'd have to EQ in.
Tempest wide. This is playable. This is playable. This is playable. He can smite steal that one. He goes 1 HP.
1 HP. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, and it's a triple. Hang on, is this going to be a penta for Doran?
He might.
Oh no, Faker stole it. Faker!
Also, Doran might have died if he'd stuck around for
Okay, well.
Again, it's the discipline, isn't it? Forgot to. Yeah, this time I did forget to ping Discord. The last time was just I forgot to hit double enter. This time I just didn't do it.
To 1 HP, but that is 1 HP too much for TL, and T1 wipe them off the map and take full control of this game here. They're not pushing for
I forget I need to hit double enter. But yeah, I mean, this game again is a. So this was Morgan early game not going as well, although the rest of it was the roaming play was pretty good from Team Liquid. But again, just their team fighting's just not disciplined enough. The team fighting's not disciplined enough. T1 always find a way to back up people who are out of position in the big team fights. Yeah, it's a little disappointing from Team Liquid on the team fighting again. No, Yon and Core both like making micro errors. It's enough, right? In NA, that wouldn't lose you a fight. Here internationally, it does.
But the reality is, you're going to lose the fight even if you get the smite, and that's more why T1 are willing to actually flip this.
Yeah, Zal brings up a good point. Realistically, no, you don't have Ryze in position. He doesn't have Summoners. He doesn't have Realm Warp. Ryze isn't going to be there. Smite's too early from Jose.
I'm not even sure whose auto attack that was. You know, I'm not sure if that was like a Jose auto Q that actually, you know, brought that down, or
And Jose was stunned, so you couldn't get that.
But either way, it goes the way of T1.
You can get the auto down, so it wasn't him.
Though, I think even if he steals that, they're very likely to still get
exactly. So I think the sometimes Azel's calling it out here, and I think this is a conversation that's worth having in general anyway. That sometimes you are okay losing the Baron in a flip, because what you're actually after is the catch-22, and that is, if you come, you lose the fight. If you get the Baron, if we get the Baron, you lose even harder. If you get the Baron, we still murder you after the fight, and therefore it's still a win. It's a smaller win, but it's still a win. And we kind of saw that position there. It's like, okay, yes, it was a flip, but not to put too fine a point on it. T1 weren't that worried about it going wrong.
Yeah. Even worst case scenario for them is still a win, really, in that case.
It's still 3-4 kills.
Yeah, a bit disappointed in Morgan this game. If Morgan didn't... Ooh, Hayes is so strong, man.
Ooh! The Shadow Flame was on, by the by. That would have been a kill.
True. Very fair point. Yeah, I think if Morgan doesn't die in that solo kill, I mean, Doran really played well this game. His laning and his team fighting is good. It's his best game of the event so far. Best game in a little while. You know, Doran's not been playing that well recently.
Just wide on the ult.
Yeah. I know. Oh, they're getting the Rel into the back line. Really good reaction.
You know what, Liquid? I appreciate you looking for it.
Good ult. Very good ult. Nice. Oh, yeah, sick.
So I think the answer ended up being that despite the lack of easy CC, T1 are good enough at these champions to still be able to get the CC.
They're just better team fighters.
Yeah.
This is the thing about T1. Like you can criticize their laning in their drafts, and that will lose them games versus top teams. But they're so good team fighters. Pretty much the rest of the field is so different. Also, like I know that Casual called Doran the third best top laner at the event, and like he's probably right on that too. It's just that I don't rate Doran compared to the other elite top laners from LCK.
Yeah.
I think that he's worse than Keen. I think he's worse than Zaire. I think he's worse than Bin. On current form anyway.
Yeah.
And maybe there are a couple of other top laners you can consider in there, but I mean Doran is still, you know, better than the rest of the field at the event.
I agree,
because his team fighting is so good that you can't write off, you can't just write him off. You know?
Yeah, and I mean we have similar conversations about, well, why do we rate Flandre? It's like, yeah, sure, Flandre's laning's not that great, but his team fighting is superb, and that is worthy of putting him higher up on the list. Like, oh, but he's always down so much CS. Like, please don't become a stats handy. Like, sometimes the stats matter, sometimes, but sometimes they don't show everything either, and they're not necessarily the best at showing you team fight impact per se.
Right, I'm gonna go put on an ad break because we can do that. Yeah, I think that the mid lane play was really poor discipline from Liquid, and that I think top lane it's a 1v1, it happens, but if Morgan's going to counter pick into a matchup like that, you can't afford to be getting solo killed. We said the same thing about Doran on the other side of that, right? In the first series, because when Doran was getting that 1 HP was criminal. I know, right? Thanks to the follow by the way earlier. By the way, I saw you did it yesterday. Good to see you in chat. Okay, let's go through some replays from the game. Oh yeah, the other thing as well. We have the fraud wall. Would anyone like to add anyone to the fraud wall? Casey are already on there. I guess we could chuck some more Casey people. Basically, if you don't really, if you haven't partook in the fraud wall before, you sub on Twitch or you do 50,000 channel points, you can add anything to the wall. Now, typically that is players at the event and teams at the event, but as you can see, Vestian's on there. We have ourselves on there, so you know. Doran is at worst 4th best laner. No, in lane that's not true. I think that Morgan's a better laner than him. I think Canna's a better laner than him. Hey, so we can definitely have something in there as well. But yeah, I think that Doran's lane is the weakest part of his play, and he's definitely been weak on that point.
Is it worth having 2 Dorans? Doran in lane, Doran in team fights.
So it just barely gets him away from the wall.
Doran in lane, Doran in team. That's true, but the thing is, right now, you know. I don't do that.
Oh.
Okay, fine. We can put the we can put. There we go. The continent of Europe is on the board.
Sacre bleu! Oh,
hey, Mecca, buddy, you don't have to redeem that. You gave such a big gift bomb. You can put whatever the hell you want on that, really. What do you want on that? Coffee superhero? Hell yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can do that. Hello, Tak. What's up? Are you still? I saw Tak in Mercury's stream yesterday.
Where is Blauburner Berlin? I'll put that on there instead, because like that is the best coffee in the world.
What, Tak? You do not like my French accents? We don't claim Casey. Ooh.
Where is Blauburner?
Why is Verstappen there? I think Trinity put them on.
Yeah.
Argue with Trinity.
Okay, I'm gonna put as a representative for all coffee kind. We're gonna put Blauburner on there as the best coffee I've ever had in my life.
It is very good.
It's really good.
Really good.
Also, funnily enough, I think the place is so good. It got referenced in the recent. We can move out of the way to put this even further stuff. It got referenced in the recent James Bond game, because there's like one of the people in the prologue mission has a receipt from a Berlin cafe called like Burner, which is it means bean in German, so it's not like unexpected.
It's very good.
But like that place is the best coffee in the world. So yeah, I'm subscribed and still getting ads.
Al.
Yes.
I might put a nice pot of coffee on because we got the Blauburner in the fridge.
Yeah, sure.
Might do that. I can bring a little cafetiere through. We can have ourselves a very civilized day. Guys, by the way, it's the 1st of July. That means it's a new month.
Yes.
So a couple things. We are trying to push for Partner Plus. We're actually pretty close. We're probably about 20 regular subs off.
We were last month. I think it resets every month.
So we do, well, exactly. So I'm saying is like it's 1st of July. We are about 20 regular subs off being able to get to Partner Plus, which would be really cool. We need to keep it up for a couple months, but for people who are using Prime subs or getting gift subs, if you have the capacity, throw in a regular sub, or hell, if you're feeling very generous and want to go up to tier 2 or tier 3, that really helps us get towards that margin. We need to do it for 3 months or so on the trot, so I know it's not super easy, but for people who are thinking about how to support the channel and want to do it in a way that is potentially really helpful at this moment in time, that would be a really good way of doing it. So upping your regular subs. We're trying to get towards Partner Plus if we can, because we just get more money from subs then, which would be rather nice. So thank you for that one. Would be a pretty cool deal.
Cool.
Now, I think I'd like this one to be a discussion rather than me putting it somewhere on the fraud wall.
Yeah.
But I would be curious what people think of one player. I need a good player. I think after the series, I'd like to have Morgan on there. I think Morgan's actually had quite a good tournament.
Dio, I'm going through the. Hang on, let me check Notepad. Oh no, Dio, I actually did note you down, and then you just weren't in chat. So I said you can add something, and then because I have it on my Notepad, and then I never got a response from you. Oh, sorry, you did. You did. Now I remember it. Now I remember it. Now I remember it. All good. I can put you in. Okay, yeah. I do remember it now. Remember it now. But I had it in a notepad. Wipe that down here. Cool. Anyone else for the fraud wall? Yeah, Blade, you can refund Mecca's points. There was like 100 gift from the other day. Like, you know, as far as I'm aware, the drinks are on the house for Mecca. You know. You want me to, yeah, appreciate that. Okay, so we've done our ad break. Okay, let's get back into. I guess. Yes, we do have Le Fraud Wall. You want Team Liquid on there? I think Team Liquid. Like, thing is, like, Team Liquid are by no means favored. Is the problem, right? They're Liquid's in a weird spot where I don't expect much from them. If they do much, then it's a bonus, right? I don't think they're disciplined enough to make a dent versus T1. I just don't. Yeah. Have you seen the trash talk clip by Bin on Doran? No, I haven't. But Doran is Bin is a big talker on social media. So, and in fairness, Bin has demolished Doran at international events many times before, like MSI 23, Worlds 23, Worlds 24. Yeah, those ones were all pretty bad for Doran. I feel like ever since my debut, whenever I go against him, I always have the upper hand. Actually, I knew he wasn't playing very well this MSI, but I didn't expect him to play this badly. Judging by how he looked in the play-in stage, I knew I'd definitely cruise through him when he beat. Oof!
Who said this?
Bin. I mean, in fairness, like, look, Bin has a great record versus Doran, but like, what? Because basically pre-event, I was saying, look, basically, if you can't deal with Knight, you lose. If you can't deal with Bin, you lose. You have to be able to deal with both at once. But yeah. And the thing is, though, like, people are going to remember last year, because last year, like, Doran lost to Bin at MSI. But that was lane swap meta, and we're seeing, you know, laning phase still matters a lot. So, yeah. Being in frauds feels more shameful than being on the fraud watch or Top Gear is seriously uncool, because being a fraud needs expectations. True. Yeah. Man. I asked Alex to let me sorry about that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're gonna spend your hard-earned points or a sub, who am I to deny you your satisfaction of putting something on the wall? You know? Who am I to deny you that satisfaction? Okay, to be fair, seriously uncool cars are the ones they pretend that pretend they're cool. That's true. Can we see the wall again? Yeah, sure, why not? Time to put vampire and superhero? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay. Zeref still has one. Montes, I think Montes also has a free one going, by the way. I think Montes, from my notepad, Montes, you have a fraud wall free. Also, Corey put me between Hero and Free. Yeah, you did too. Wait, what was your second one then? Because you did one for Blade. What was your second one? Oh, it was Core JJ. No. Yeah, you did Core JJ. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so you've done yours. So Zeref has one free, and then, you know. Anyway, there's your wall. Cool. I don't know if you noted Katari source. No, I didn't. Did Katari put one down? Broadwell and Sagafax has got one too now. Cool. I checked my bank account. There's a payment to Twitch like from the KC versus T1 today, right? Oh god. Katari gave 5 yesterday, but hasn't decided. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. That's fair play. TL draft superheroes. Sure, we can do that. Sure. They did also just give Carrier Bard without a good answer. Like, again, I don't think it's a problem to give Carrier Bard in every spot. I think that it's obviously very good, but if you have a good enough angle, you shouldn't avoid it just because it's Carrier's Bard, I don't think. For example, Labrov up to this year was a Ford Mondeo. You didn't expect it to be more than it is, but he does have the potential to exceed the expectations. Is there going to be an episode with Theodore and Thorin and Peter covering the first week of MSI? We don't tend to do... So, funnily enough, the topic we've chosen this week actually should cover bits and pieces of it. So, yeah. So, we've chosen a topic this week which should cover a lot of MSI week 1. So, I'll give you a sneak peek of this one. So, I changed my topic. I gave one at the end of last episode, and I wanted to change it because I think this one's more topical and more fun. Which is basically, how do you fix the seeding issue in League of Legends International Esports? How do you fix the seeding issue? Basically. So that will allow us to cover MSI whilst also talking historically, because you do have moments where you can punch up in terms of seeding and you have very good play-ins. Like, sometimes play-ins are actually very, very cool. Not all the time, though, right? Max is up in his thought. Look, someone put him on the wall. Someone put him on the wall. I'm sorry. Someone put him on the wall. You know? Oh, God. 10-hour podcast coming there. I know, Jonas. I know, right? Yeah, we've got some interesting topics for this week. I think that one in particular, like, because it depends on the tournament to a certain extent. Realistically, to change the seeding issue in League of Legends Esports, you probably need to have more. You need to have more international events of like a mid-tier to determine seeding. 18 for it. Yeah, Lions has let Castle go. You okay? Sacrifice was another one there too. Okay, so we put TL draft on. What else? What else do you want on there, Sacrifice?
Proactive on the map elsewhere. If they get the smite, maybe they can get out and do different things. But these are not what happened, so it doesn't really matter. TL have to just try to reset and go back at them, and it is really, really hard because you can feel like you're doing so many things.
What else do you want on that?
You feel a little hopeless against the team.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get ourselves this draft. Sounds makes us a coffee. I'll be back in a second.
Quid, I feel like basically everything I did was great.
Yeah, Quid was great. I think I agree with Zale. Quid was really good that game.
He was roaming the jungle fights. He was going down to bot lane, ghosting, covering a gank, getting a kill there. You know, realm warping elsewhere, looking for another kill, forcing summoners, doing plays. But you still lost, right? So it's difficult to try to just kind of have that mental.
Okay, so Team Liquid are banning the Camille again. Are they not willing to play the Camille? Because I think Camille is best support on the patch. That's a problem. If you have to permaban the Camille because you don't play it and you don't have an answer into it, that's a big draft hamstring. You don't have to worry about Bard anymore. Rumble wasn't picked or banned first game from memory. Varus is available, and Varus is still strong. He's not like permaban tier anymore, but he's still strong. I wonder if it's possible for Riot to invite Garm's cool guy. His name is TK. He's the CEO of Garm. Yeah, TK is really cool. He's the CEO of Garm. He runs the team. Passio banned, so Team Liquid choosing counter pick because they lost the first game. So they're choosing to pick counter pick or blue side, one of the two. Akali ban. What? I mean, Quid is a good Akali player, but I'm surprised they'd ban it out because I mean, typically the Akali is used into the Orianna. Jace first pick. So you can Yorick, you can't Ambassador. Yorick Cassante tends to be okay into Jace. Cassante's weird, right? Because he loses lane up until he hits a W on him and then he can sometimes kill.
kind of something that's pretty conditional that you build later.
What's the worst result? T1 3-0 TL again, making these plans not a good use of time, or TL beats T1 somehow and somehow lose 0-3 immediately to BLG. I mean, in terms of raw numbers, T1 losing would be disaster for MSI because of viewership numbers. Okay, Nocturne gives you the level 1 jungle prio. Personally, always hovers this. I actually think there is a place for Veigar on the meta though. Lee Sin is available. That is true. Lee Sin is available. And they chose the Nocturne over it. Yeah, that's fair. But Nocturne is so good at level 1. Rumble Jace matchup's pretty fun. I think probably Jace favored, but it's pretty fun.
So I think they're looking at it less for the side lane than if you're going to go Rumble and more for the team fight. So what they are clearly missing now is the piece that holds everyone together, right? So then you're thinking about things like the Nautilus. Because
you've given Owner Lee Sin though. Owner also a legendary Lee Sin. Jose and him are both very, very good at it. Nocturne into Lee Sin should still win the early fights, but Lee Sin has better playmaking in certain spots. Of course, his 2v2s are much better earlier into the game.
Absolutely stellar Lee Sin, so it's not like he's taking a hit by picking this away. No. He is ridiculously good on it.
This, of course, a scary prospect. Owner on the Lee Sin.
Tier 1 viewership is like KC viewership? Raw numbers goes to... Okay, right.
Some eyes on Owner. See if he can get that snowball rolling. As T1 debate what the final pick here is going to be.
Thinking through the right do they want to early pick mid and then
Doran said Doran is the pro he looked up to. That's funny as heck. Oh, Lissandra blind? I mean, Lissandra Lee Sin is a really good duo. This is a really good Silas angle. Legit, yeah, this is a good Silas angle. Silas stealing Lissandra is nasty as heck. Yeah, this is good. You can do that. Syndra is very dominant in Lissandra too. Lissandra can really struggle. Both of these are fine. Like the laning phase is a bit more risky for Silas, but stealing Lissandra is nasty. This is what we saw all the time in like 2019, right? I think Annie was better than Lissandra. Annie is very good into Lissandra too. I think blind pick Lissandra should be... This is the thing, right? I actually don't think T1 is drafting that well. Like, a first pick Jace is risky. A blind pick Lissandra is very risky. These picks will get you punished against better teams, I think. And I think Team Liquid, they're good enough at draft to punish you in draft. The problem is they don't always execute it as well.
Definitely makes the job a bit easier overall. Now, recognizing the amount of AD already present on the enemy team, maybe thinking ahead to what the bot lane matchups are going to look like. They've taken away the Ziggs. Mel,
yeah, Ziggs is good with the Lissandra ult, and Jace Lee Sin is enough physical damage to threaten your top side anyway.
This is the first Lissandra at an international since 2023 World, so has been quite a while. The new picks continue.
I prefer the Silas if you're good at the Silas, because the Silas is just very, very good at making those game-winning plays himself. Annie is very consistent at what she does on the whole. Yeah, if Annie wins lane, Annie is just a real terror.
Jarvan and Rel are already gone, and those are such obvious pairings.
Expecting T1 to pivot to get down Mr. President pick for the last two. They're a pretty skirmish setup now, though. Very skirmish setup.
You can use Nocturne ult as a go button, but you don't want
Nautilus banned out, Kalista banned out. I don't mind the Kalista ban actually. Post Care have been playing that very well. Now, can Yon and Core JJ lock in another bot lane, which actually helps them, you know, survive lane? It was better last game. No, Yon had a much better game one than he had in first series, which was really poor from him.
And I really like that they opted to ban the Kalista away here, right? Traditionally really good.
Or would really like another melee engage support here. Do you need something to lock people down for Silas Rumble?
No longer is a support an easy pick opportunity, an easy angle to look for something with that.
Could actually be a pike angle for Carrier again.
Dominate on it the last time they played.
This thank you so much. I think the
kind of looking at it as sometimes a pairing with Renata, and Renata's a really
I think this is a draft which ends up this is potentially very very pikeable.
Yeah, and again, I do think that's one of the issues that we're going to run into against Carrier right now is Camille, Pike, Bard, Nautilus, all
he's
available is very scary.
MFL and stuff. I don't mind a Misfortune. I don't mind a Misfortune. But also maybe Sivir is just against too many people dashing in and out of range. Varus is okay. Varus is okay.
It's worth saying, Spawn on desk yesterday said, like, much like JJ on Rakan or Jose on Lee Sin, for him, Yon on Varus is one of those picks. They really trust this guy on it.
Yeah. He was really good on it versus KC and DCG. DCG? He was DCG, yeah. Because Kalista played it.
We're going to see what the 2v2 is from T1.
Okay, so T1... I think they might... No, Pike into Varus is kind of rough.
Two here, gonna pay dividends. We've
Lucian Milio's okay here. Yeah, that's fair. Lucian Milio's okay.
been in a slightly favored matchup, and it looks like
Cleanse off the Varus ult.
Lucian Milio offering
And also then the Milio can stop the Silas Lissandra ult kind of importantly.
interactions between these two champions.
So T1's engage is either Crazy Lean Sin Kick or Lissandra combo.
It is really, really powerful.
Ooh, that'll be... Come on, Core, do something fun. He played this, like... He used to play this a fair amount. It was Afremu that was a big Sona player. That would be so fun. Okay, it is the Alistair, okay, yeah. Because you can't cleanse the Alistair knockup. It's a little rough because you can kick him out of his play, but yeah.
It's still more than good enough. And I think the pick from Liquid is very strong here.
Right, I'm gonna go for another ad break, so thanks for supporting us. Watch those ads and we'll be back.
Watch those
to the
ads.
draft. Yeah.
Yep.
So I actually think Team Liquid better draft. Like, really good ult to steal from Lissandra. Lee Sin is also not a bad one to steal as well at points. You can do like E flash R into your E2.
Oh,
which is really fun.
lovely.
So again, it's basically just following with the Q2, right?
Sure. That makes sense. I mean, obviously T1's mid jungle hilariously deadly at level 6, and if you can take that to a Jace or take that to a
Full
Lucian,
level 6 actually.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just there was a reason
Yeah.
this was like the mid jungle from like season 8-9.
Yeah.
Like where everyone was playing this on cooldown for like 2 years straight. Like it was like 2018 through to 2020, I seem to remember.
yeah, and there is a very real world where Nocturne goes diving in,
Yeah.
gets stunned up by Lissandra, Lee Sin follows up, and you go, well, that sucked miserably. So it's not like, again, I look at T1's draft and I see how this comp works. I see confident players on these champions, Owner on Lee Sin, Doran on Jace, the Lucian for Pays when he's been gliding on that champion all year. Like that kind of adds a little bit of hope for me. It's not like the draft is. It isn't one of those T1 drafts where I go, what the hell are we doing? You just got Poppy R5, right? Which we saw game, what was it? Was it even game 1 of the tournament from them? Couldn't tell you, but it was one of those 5 AM games that kind of my brain doesn't quite work on. But very early on in the tournament. But I think I'm with you on that one, Alex. I think I like what I'm seeing from Liquid's comp. I think it plays more stably in 5v5s. I think it's skirmish as well. I think you've got a good Silas angle.
He doesn't need to use the Q for
I think there is a real world where you just start getting hit by poke from Varus, but also then a little bit from Morgan and stuff here, and you're going to have a lot less fun.
Oh, they cleared level 1 ward. So that gives you a lot less information to work with.
Here's my worry, Al, for Liquid. I worry about their priority in this early stages. I think they're going to have, Owner's going to have a lot of lane power to work with. I think Lucian Milio should be able to fight Varus Alistair for that. I think Jace should be able to do it early versus the Rumble. Sandra's range v melee. I mean, it's not undoable for Liquid.
It's a level 1 E. It's not bad from Dion Cordier. I get a double W back though.
Oh, there's the vigilance as well.
So, yeah, because you use the heal to get Lucian his vigilance passive. You're just going to try and soak to level 2, and they do get XP. They lose 2 minions, but it is what it is. You don't use the E on the wave there. Core's just trying to like cast W, just to like, you know, get his passive stacked up a bit more.
That was Jace's Vendetta card, but instead of looking at that, look at this real Jace right in front
Very nice, Dracos.
Yeah. Okay, not great from Quid there actually. Like early levels of Silas.
That's the ambulance for Silas. He had his ankles broken.
Oh! Does he die for it? Oh, it's execute as well.
It's execute.
It's an execute on
Oh, Faker.
Does mean so the wave is not oh, hang on. Wave is okay. Now he uses flash and ignite.
Get that off of you.
Get that skin off.
That's not bad from Faker actually at all. That's really good for him. Quid, you should know that's like a threat. And he didn't have Q available either because he went for W second.
I'm gonna get some milk. I will be sometime.
Okay. So he doesn't get level 3. I mean, this Silas is really good if you get them into the game, but Silas's early levels are just a mess. And he has ignite, so yeah.
Excuse me, I think that came from the kill, so just
Jeez, okay, and he's actually okay dying there because it's like a free reset at that point. Yeah, Quid realizes how bad that is, I think.
Faker's stone cold though, he didn't even react.
Yeah. Faker used to be the best Lissandra player of all time. You know, 2013 was best Lissandra in the world by quite a lot. I think that kind of reputation got tarnished a little bit through 2019. I think there were a lot of very good Lissandra players around that kind of 2018 to 2020 era.
Carrier has passed Faker.
Jesus. Carrier, Faker, Owner. That's like the core of T1 success, you know?
You know what has to happen now? Carrier and Faker have to roll swap. We need to get the more assists.
A classic. Until Carrier's at the top of the kill leaderboard, we're gonna have
Oh, dive angle. Dion has barrier. I don't think I'm okay. Yeah, this is doomed. I think this is very doomed now. Oh, not bad actually from Core. This one out. Ona dies after using Flash. 1 for 1, but Yon dies, so
Have some milk.
I'm gonna pour some coffee first.
Go for that. There you go.
I'm trying to not pour it on myself.
That would be really bad. Yeah, don't do that.
Okay. Oh, cool, buddy. Core is just very dead, and he gives up double ups for Pace. You've just given double ups for Elation.
Already come through.
I don't know why he thought it had already come through though, because
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you think that actually?
What possible reason could you think for that?
yeah, after he hit that first
Yeah, that's probably
he really thought
half of it. There you go.
there and continued to step forward. And well, it cost him dearly. Owner now also
Oh, this one nice.
in the mid lane. Quick
The coffee's been there for a little while. Oh, Quid's just dead again.
Oh, can you get one back? No.
Not even close. Not even close. He started Doran's Helm.
Yeah.
So and he's doing that for. Well, he doesn't have an inspiration.
pretty much over at 4 minutes. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Dude, the early games from Team Liquid were really well planned and they were really quite well executed in the first series, and now it's just like complete disaster.
I think T1 have clearly, because again, Spawn said the same thing on desk, and I will reiterate it because I think it's a good statement.
We have a lot of ambulances going by Main Street.
But basically, he said, look, we've got a lot of footage on T1. They've got a lot of footage on Team Liquid. Yeah. And I do think T1 have clearly come in feeling like they have a much better understanding of how Team Liquid want to play out the early game. Yeah. And the fact that they have managed to get 3 lanes of prio for Owner's Lee Sin just worries me, guys. It just worries me.
The damage just not really there either.
I want to look through how Owner passed through this early game.
Varus is half the CS, guys.
Yeah.
And Jose's now also been denied his Lee Sin for the entire series.
Yeah.
Like, it's tough.
Okay, so they lost the ward at level 1.
Jose, you're playing Nocturne. You can't really
Take a First Bloods.
trying to threaten here.
So Lee just goes for like Raptor's red buff.
To make him miss
Nocturne clears towards bot side.
dive with Jose there.
They've had to have Jose sit under bot turret to keep Yorn alive, and Yorn still has to drop a load of CS. He is literally half the CS of Paze. He's getting 1 for every 2 that Paze is.
Quid's early lane early trading is just not good enough.
Makes the lane pretty
Very.
responsible to play when you're
You're against an Ignite mid laner. Sometimes people forget when they're against Ignite laners, you know?
Nock just got 6, so this could be something. He's however face checked to Lissandra.
Yeah, and there's a Lee Sin over the wall. Okay, steals Lissandra ult.
They might look to play this with the Lissandra ult stolen. I think this might be a Liquid's last remaining opportunity to get back in.
Well,
I think they need to make a play of the 6, Al.
I agree. You probably want a one-shot Owner.
They can do it. Here we go. They're ready.
Didn't flash for it.
Smite fight.
Okay, they get it. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's a good fight. Good fight. Good fight.
Not anymore.
Yeah, they get 2 kills for it. That's
Oh
fine.
shit, sorry, I didn't want the second kill came through as well.
Yeah, no, well, the first one was instant.
I thought that the Frozen Thrall was going to be too much.
Well, they didn't die on the intro to it.
Alistair did.
able to have
Yeah, but like, it takes like 4 or 5 seconds to activate. Owner still maybe gets out here.
It's just gonna be an
Does he execute?
owner.
No, actually Quid gets it.
Ooh, okay, that's actually pretty huge.
Okay, that's pretty good. They get Dragon and a handful of kills. That bails them out quite a lot. So who got the kills?
Quid gets 1. I think Yorn got 1.
Did Quid get 2? Because that was 3 kills in that, right?
Yeah, I thought it might be Core getting another, but I might be wrong.
Quid gets the last one.
Yeah.
Dragon and gives him a new lease on
We'll have a look here in a second.
That's really good from Liquid, actually. Because again, this is what the Silas can do with the stolen Lissandra ult.
able to still find a good fight here. Core is
Kerry doesn't have 6, so there's no breath of life.
the lights, they push
Yeah, but then neither support has 6.
But yeah,
It's
I mean,
too
it
early in the game.
would have been a way to cleanse off the Lissandra ult,
Yeah,
right?
but you don't play around that in this point in the game, you know? Because it's just like, this is like your very first fight. Because this is the point where junglers aren't level 6, you know?
Yeah.
So, and supports are a level or 2 behind them, so.
Jose. So it's Jose, Quid, and Yorn. So good combos.
from a really tough position early on here in game number 2.
Yeah, and I will say, while T1 still hold on to this gold lead, you got to respect TL for always finding these fights, even at a disadvantageous position, seeing the moments where they can't capitalize. Pace taking over to level 6. Lucky for Yarn, though.
Top lane's a non-factor.
Was not great.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Liquid do just get caught by a gank on like, cooldown timer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Quid, they get one back. That's actually not bad from Liquid, actually. Quid might be able to. They should probably chase out for another kill.
Oh, Jose's here.
Yeah, Faker's got flash. Fear gets out. Okay. Really close timing on that. That's nice from Faker, actually.
I will say I've been relatively impressed by Liquid's coordination. They aren't rolling over, which is good news. And Yorn getting a couple kills is a big deal. I mean, still Paze is still monstrously ahead. You know, big 800 gold up at 8 minutes is a big deal.
Nice from Quid.
Well, he might have been losing losing this, but again, got bundled a couple of kills, and now he's sitting pretty.
Yeah, it's definitely doing.
I'm not gonna lie, this early game is just Owner just clearing towards the side of the map, then ganking on full clear timer. It's not. It's like, like the ganks aren't that crazy. Basically, the lane set up so well for him that he has a very easy job.
But yeah, I mean, like the power of lane prowess. That was my worry from the draft, right? Like, look, I think if we come to team fights, it's better. But like the fact that T1, yes, I think you can play for lane priority from Team Liquid, but I think it's harder, and I think it's a lot easier if a T wanted to say, actually, we've got a lot of winning lanes and a lot of good early skirmishes. We will shove you in. Yeah. And they're just very good at abusing that.
I want to see what Quid's item build is as well, actually. Haven't really seen a Sylas in mid for a little bit now. Oh, Owner's got some good kick angles here. Baker gets in for the ult. They don't have Alistar ult. They want to get the reset. Core's going to die for the thrall. He should have died further away.
Oh, the kick on Quid. And fake us out. And fake us out.
Oh, hang on. Hersey kills one.
No, does he?
Maybe.
Oh, the Q!
Close. To get three, maybe?
Oh, barrier! Oh! Bloody hell, Jose's Q.
It's on hit Varus. On hit Varus has the DPS.
He stands, he fires, he
Jesus, and now the gold is basically nothing.
He's 5-1, by the way.
He's still even in gold, though, with pace somehow with that. So they steal Milio ult for this. Is that the right call? I would steal... I guess they want it for the healing. So he gets the... And he gets CC so he can't heal the Alistar. Oh, he steals it so the Lissandra ult doesn't work. So basically what's happening is, the Milio's there to counter the stolen Sylas Lissandra ult. But then also, you can steal the Milio ult to then counter the Lissandra ult now.
Yeah.
Very close on the kill.
Split second, the ulti came up, he popped it, didn't end up needing it.
Jose getting that one kill back was actually huge. And then obviously Yorn gets to stand and deliver, which is massive.
Yeah.
So Yorn has now got static. I wonder, that's goals break to even, guys.
That Varus is going to be scary as hell. It's going to be scary as hell. He isn't running a cleanse because he's into like a lane you can't really afford to do that into, but Quid's doing fine. Haven't seen top lane get involved yet. It's a grasp Jace, the laning phase.
I think if it just comes down to, I mean, look, you can play for poke burst combos with Lucian, Jace, Lissandra, and like you can cleanse the CC, you can't cleanse the damage. You're like
Predabelt first from Sylas, no surprise there. I guess it'll just be like Predabelt Riftmaker then, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you got Doran's Helm, building HP gets more value out of that.
And Sylas loves some HP. He just does.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I think if it does come to team fights, though, yes, sure, the Jace can do that thing, but I think you've then got Rumble in team fights, and I think the Equalizer could be really valuable in this game.
Rack, I don't know if you're still around, but my plan for the next CM for the sprint, I think I'm going to be running groundwork pace chases because no one overtakes early. I think I'm going to go groundwork pace chases. I think that sounds like a good idea. So I can get like guaranteed fun conditions from Top Road, and I'm not, there is a support card in Uma called Narita Top Road. It is shortened to NTR. Just don't question it too much. So when people talk about NTR and Uma, they are not talking about what you think they perhaps are.
Oh my. Yeah. That's the T1 graphs. They're able to lose and then still find ways back in.
No, they're just so good team fighters. They are very, very good team fighters. I think their team fighting fundamentals is far better than like even like Gen G. I think their team fighting fell off, and that's the reason why they lost that series. T1 are better team fighters. Now Gen G were worse at draft 2. There were definitely some issues there, and Gen G obviously still went to a 5-game series, still shows some of the class of that team. But yeah, I think T1 they are vying for best team fighting team in the world. I don't think he kills here. I'm surprised.
I don't know.
You can't dive turret against Faker with ult and ignite because he can ult himself for heal or ult you under turret.
Yeah.
That's fine.
T1 2 fights without Jace, but then on the same other side, it's 2 fights without Rumble as well for Team Liquid.
Yeah, say Rumble at this point, I'd
argue Rumble's more scary actually. Yeah.
For them, and they would be moving in towards Mountain Soul, which is actually quite nice for their comp.
How did you do in CM15? I won, baby. I was running meta slop. Turns out I enjoy all the meta, like the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. So I was running Christmas Augury, I was running Verban, and I was running Smaru. So I was running all the meta.
Chat.
Yeah.
Alex likes winning.
I do quite like winning.
Alex likes winning. Oh, it's Metatop. The reason Alex likes Metatop is because he likes, well, they like winning. They like the feeling of being the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be interested to see.
Fake has to back off from lane here. He recall for this run. He's going for the Blackfire Torch build again. Does he want to ult him? Yes, he does. He just wants the heavy. He was going to run out anyway, so he just wants the heavy trade. Oh, but he just on the wrong time. He's dead. He's got Q on him.
Oh, hang on, Liquid!
Faker doesn't have his ult anymore.
And Chris survived!
For one. Oh shit, he does. He's not even 1 for 1.
He got to EUA.
Yo, what? How?
He got to EUA.
And he's got Dark Seal stacks from that now.
Lock it from
Oh,
core.
really good escape. Really good escape from Ona. Okay, fair play. Ona does get a good escape too, but it costs him his flash, man. Lee Sin without flash is much. Oh, that doesn't kill. It doesn't kill, I don't think. If it was a better ult positioning, maybe. Paul's got his ult on.
Yon's coming. Does not have ult. Fine.
His ults for ults. Yon doesn't have his ult. Just use that. Are they TPing in for this? They are.
Hang on.
Doesn't have an ult steal though.
Does it matter?
I don't think he can really get through. Yeah, you don't have flash or anything like that either. If you could like steal Lee Sin ult flash play, that's the only angle you'd have. But obviously ult and cooldown. Just lose the Sandra so doesn't have that for engage either.
Really good from Liquid to be on a really, because they came through from blue buffs. They came down from an angle I don't think the Lee Sin was expecting, because he'd come down the lane and didn't realize that Liquid were in the jungle already.
Oh yeah, I've only been borrowing Throne because like basically there's a really good card for this scenario, but you only use it for like a very short amount of time, so people shouldn't buy it really. But yeah, I've done some like borrowed runs on it to see what happens with the stats, and even though I'm not using it well right now, it's still pretty. Oh, he gets the Q on target. Good W from Faker. I think Jose just lives now. He tried to spell shield the W, didn't get the mind game because Faker broke it with something else.
I think it was the Q.
He really thought he would be in range to get the tether, and I think he was expecting an insta W from Faker, so
yes.
He flashed in and spell shielded immediately.
Exactly. So Zell's got the right read on that as well.
It's just too fast if you're point blank. So he did try to kind of guess on it. The end of the day, though, they do get first.
Liquid should learn something from this. They're significantly better at skirmishing than they are at team fighting. Yeah, BLG learned this lesson at various points last year and this year. Faker has ult. Conquer is good. Upgraded. The thing is that having Doran's Helm, having upgraded Merc Treads and Protobelt, Quid is actually surprisingly tanky.
Oh, and they should be able to get out the back of the pit. Can they jump onto Doran here? Yeah, they can. He's dead.
Okay, Jonas, a good. Well, he thought he could. Oh, good flash over. Very good flash over.
Hayes.
That is a damn good play from Hayes.
He's so gonna lose.
Point blank flash over a Varusol. It's nuts, by the way. Hayes, my dude.
Okay, I said this on Twitter. I'll say it again now.
That's insane.
He's
out of mana.
He's out of mana. This is a big one. There's no row or anything. This is problematic. Yeah, he needs to find an E2. Good self-ult. Ona's coming.
Kills him. I think he.
Ooh, hang on.
Yeah.
Fine.
Quid, that's a big overstay. He's ahead in gold, but being 1 and 4. Both these mid lanes are somewhat sprinting it. A little bit.
I think Faker's probably. I don't think Faker's like.
Yeah, Faker's been pressured.
Yeah.
Quid, I feel like this is somewhat his own doing.
Yeah, and actually Faker's gotten very close on those outplays. Oh, this is just. Basically ever since JDG, I think Hayes has kind of taken.
That is so hard.
Because this ward does not actually see that ward.
That's so hard.
Man alive. But yeah, basically, Pays on JDG was asked to be less of the cleanup carry, less of less of that kind of AD carry, much more of the we picked up a superstar play like one.
Yeah.
And the Lucian in particular, he was doing absolute madness when the rest of JDG just weren't functional as a unit.
So
he was so good
still.
still.
Test this? Oh, dude. I would say he's pretty damn strong now.
Yeah, I mean, I think the moment Ona gets the Black Cleave, we're having a different conversation again.
Paul's got ult. He can at least force his way into there. Hey, thank you so much for the sub Reese.
Appreciate you.
You can put something onto the fraud wall if you so wish.
If you so choose. You don't have to. You just can.
This is Yon versus Pays, Yon versus everyone else. Obviously had a pretty rough outing, versus Pays. I don't think he's still
Jesus. Oh yeah, this is versus Pays and everyone else. I mean, yeah, he looked really bad versus T1. It was first time around. It was really bad. That is nice coffee, actually.
It is.
It's nice. Like that.
It does make a difference, doesn't it? Especially doing them back to back. You go, oh yeah.
Disadvantage. The rest of the team is all ahead.
I'm telling you, Black Burner is the best coffee in the world.
Is it? It's good.
I've never had better coffee than I've had in Berlin.
Very good.
Because at the end of the day, you've got to win the team fight if you want to beat T1. And they are in a spot where they have a legitimate shot to win.
Rage play for Yon. The Pays is so strong, man. And he's got a and he's got a Milio which can shrug off the the stolen Lissandra ult.
Solo in a team fight, and that is really hard.
I don't think Liquid should be team fighting. They should be skirmishing. I think they should trust their map read better and just try and take split fights. I don't think they should team fight T1. With drafts like this, you can do that, especially with like a really fed with Nocturne. I don't think they should be team fighting. They should be skirmishing. I think Jonas had a really good read on that in chat. Just don't team fight. It's something that we did. You know, I was saying that basically T1 are too good at team fighting. Team Liquid can't beat them in that. If they have a draft like this, they can just skirmish. Both teams are skirmish comps, you know. Thank you, Reese. Appreciate it.
Really good about that. But we've seen Quid a number of times.
Yeah, Reese. If you want to add someone to the fraud wall, you let us know where you want to add them to the fraud wall.
Exactly.
I assume you know how it works from last event. Okay, so mid lane's low but not down. Liquid a tower up, which is fine for them. 3 grabs to T1. Oh, Quid is doing a teleport to Jace.
Okay.
Can Jace TP out? He needs to TP very soon. Can he get out there? I don't think he can get out.
No,
I don't think he can.
Quid. He's dead. I think you just don't bother with TP there, Doran.
I mean, most champions can't cancel you from that kind of range. It's basically a Silas thing. You give up mid for this. Bit rough. Mid lane turret going down is that's a bit of a bummer. At least in Lissandra can come from very unexpected angles around mid lane now.
Yeah.
Free kill by any means. Yes, they got the TP off of Doran.
Yeah, Azel's saying the same thing, right? It's not a free kill.
Doran also keeps his flash.
Yeah, I mean, the TP being down still sucks, but again, it's not like you're a Malphite without teleport, you know? Jace without TP is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And you've got Ghostblade in your form transformation, you're still very quick.
Yeah, and Silas also blows flash as well, yeah. So your flash advantage is pretty okay from that. Okay, Baron available now, so now we have Baron sneaks and random skirmishes snowballing into a Baron on the table.
Also together, and it's not without faults here or there, but for the most part they're always responding to whatever you're trying to do.
Super scary as well. Pays now has completed his 3rd item. Obviously he's not, full item in gold ahead of Yon, but Yon did go for those upgraded boots. He does have the steel caps, which are going to be pretty effective this game, but Pays is a beast right now. First 1 to 3 items. And there's a number of players on the map.
So Pays, yeah, as I was saying, 3 items. Got Helia behind him as well, actually, which I think is probably quite wise from the Milio this game to make sure that the Lucian's getting as much value as he can. It'll be Rocket Belt from Faker, but you're a Lissandra. I'm perfectly fine with that. Also, you can blow Jose spell shields, which would be quite nice. Yon's gone for the static Rage Blade build. Again, actually, it's the same 2 items as he was doing on the Kai'Sa.
I like that Bloodletters. Means you don't have Riftmaker healing through combat, though.
Weird Rumble and a hybrid Varus, to be fair.
No, but Rumble should be getting Bloodletters, not you. You should get Riftmaker second. Against this kind of comp, Riftmaker gives you a lot more staying power.
I think Morgan's going Shadow Flame, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, because there's the Bloodletters in mid lane now. But I would prefer, Bloodletters is like so damn good on Rumble.
Yeah.
And he's got the DOT to apply it more. Jesus, man. He might have to ult himself here. Oh, he ults Lee Sin instead.
Root onto Jose. Jose's gone way too deep. Jose's too deep. Oh, he out! No way he gets out there.
Yo, reverse in the
watch on. First. Has to flash up. He's in a good angle.
Quid is alive?
Quid alive! Oh my god! That was insane! Hayes got a double back though. Oh, they've killed him off. They've killed him off. Doran's here finally. This could still get messy with the Jace. What's the Jace? Oh, good flash away core. Yorn's gonna get loads more damage. Good flash out.
Dude,
this is spicy as hell.
Team Liquid legit played that mechanically. Why don't they just skirmish like this all the time? Just don't team fight, just skirmish. They're so much better at this.
They need to be a bit careful. The problem is that health pass is too low, so we're going to do this all over again for Baron.
And Doran,
for Dragon.
Doran doesn't have flash, so he can't force that play anyway. He's just looking for Shag Blast.
So I think like most people, let's have a look at this again. But how the bloody hell does Quid survive?
Has a lot of HP, upgraded Merc Treads, Doran's Helm, he's got a lot of resists. I think he actually makes a mistake in ulting the Lee Sin rather than using it for heals. I think he should have... Oh, he does get a lot of damage down, actually. So he gets the W off. His W's pretty much off cooldown because it's maxed out now. Gets the E over the wall away from the Lee Sin. Gets another W right here.
Superb from Pays, by the way.
Even with the anti-heal onto him at that point.
Pays still got a double kill in that, despite all of that going on to him, which is mental. Yeah. He had a... Did you see the culling on the back end to kill Jose?
No, I don't actually.
So basically...
Look at that, man. That's so cute.
got an angle to live.
So like, it's like, holy shit! If you go back and we'll go. I would love to do this one in the break. Actually, I think that fight's super cool. But basically, Pays manages, having had the Silas get on him, he slides into the tri-brush and culls into the river to kill off Jose. It's super clean.
Okay, so they stole a Milio ult this time to stop Lysandre ult being as impactful. Culling is scary as hell, and the shock blast. That's
God!
Jesus Christ.
Stolen breath of life. Is it enough?
They get Pays. They get Pays. They get Pays.
Oh, that's it.
Pays. Yo, is that world champion Core JJ? Fucking hell, man.
Bloody hell! That was a flash in, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's my world champion Core JJ. Jesus Christ!
Get Baron off that.
That should be a game-winning play, really. You're getting so much gold from that. You can like quick. One of the great things about Varus is when you're moving between bits of the map, you just kind of insta one-shot waves. They should be able to. I mean, on-hit Varus is very good Baron DPS too.
I'm still a little nervous because Jose is dead.
Oh, they don't have smite, but nah. If Carrier does this, no way. No way.
No, go on, my goat with the Q. Goal! Oh.
Playing with us.
Oh, Jesus.
This game started with Quid solo dying 1v1 to a Lysandre. They are now they are on soul point and they are empowered.
I think we're not getting a 3-0, guys.
I think T1 saw the chunk onto Yon and were like, this is a one fight, 100%.
Flash.
Basically, T1 get a little bit horny for killing off Yon because they have so much damage onto him and they just funnel into a choke point.
Hex flash, 4-man pulverize. Unreal combo.
They have, in fairness, they have the right instinct to say that. Well,
Takes him out.
holy shit.
Pumped up or are they pumped up?
That fist slap on the table, that's got to be a reaction.
Give me that gif. Give me that gif.
Yeah.
Chat on it. There's a question from. Welcome, by the way, to the chat. Vermin, I assume there's no chance of G2 versus TL first match if TL managed to somehow win. I'm actually not sure on how the bracket feeds in. I think 4th seed goes against 1st seed LPL, so I think it's immediate against BLG.
So basically, because BLG can't face against top esports, the winner of planes has to face BLG. Because top esports have to face against G2. Yeah.
Against T1, where they've had a chance, legitimate chance to actually win. And we have to see.
Yeah, basically, the winner of this must go against BLG because they can't play against top esports, the other person in pool 4. Yeah.
Never says die, always looks for angles, always looks for...
Nice dodge, Pays, chance of corruption, equalize, breath of life.
Yeah, because Yon actually had a really good predict on the E back there too, because if you ever get hit by Varusy, you expect it to have a big... Oh, he's got Seekers as well, really like that. Really like that.
Terminus
he's got his on-hit core. He can ult himself. Oh,
no, he's got to go strong, but at least it's dead.
Yo, this is sick.
Faker's here. Hang on, really good Ring of Frost. Oh, hang on, they've killed off the Milio. The healing's gone. Healing's gone. Pays.
Yeah, and Quid is just too much, man.
Oh, it's a triple kill for the Silas. Oh, I thought that was a really good Ring of Frost.
It was on the whole. Hang on, teleporting down to stop Jace from pushing. I don't think they kill here.
I don't know. Can Core
can maybe. Hang on. Whoa, buddy. He's on vision. Oh, he's teleporting for a flank. Yon's low HP.
This is a really good stop. I thought that stopwatch was going to be necessary.
Good Seekers. He doesn't have flash.
Oh, to the sky! He's going to love that.
Why did he clump up with him? Why did he flash into his low HP top laner? What the fuck just happened there, buddy?
So he burns his arm guard and his flash and gets nothing.
And his barrier.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So he flashes to give Doran a double Q. That's just panic. Great from Doran. Awesome from Doran, by the way.
I hate to say,
but also, like, what is Yon doing there?
Just give the one kill up. It's not the end of the world. Exactly. Just give one kill up. It's a minute and a half till Dragon.
At least just split, you know?
Okay. Lesson, folks. It's a minute and a half until Dragon. Your flash, your arm guard, your barrier, far more important for that fight than you dying just to the Jace TP.
Exactly.
It's not that big a deal. It's annoying. Sure, Jace gets a shutdown. Not great. But it is not worth any of those cooldowns.
He does get Zhonya's at least, so at least that one feels a bit better. But don't bother your flash like that. Can they kill Pays here? Oh, no follow-up in range just yet. They might get Silas combo onto him, maybe. Oh, I actually think they should have kept on like that. But basically, Yon should never flash on top of like his lower HP team. Yeah, they needed to not leave mid lane. You could see they were looking for the play. This is why I hate like going into replays too much in pro. I know it's really important to review these things, but like it's quite clear there that like Core was looking for a play with Silas. Pays way over pushes though.
So what do they burn to do that?
Well, they brought Alistar and Nocturne, but Sam, it's like 40 seconds till Dragon, so Pays is going to be... No, it is... He's going to have 10 seconds to get back out onto the map. Carrier ends up... Thank you so much for the sub as well.
Appreciate you.
Kiplight, if you want to add someone onto... the fraud wall, you are now entitled to do so with your sub.
So the question is, will they try
Okay, bone plating down, a little bit HP, whatever. It's somewhat crisis averted, but like you can see the discipline, right? Which is what we've been talking about for Team Liquid, can sometimes slip.
Usually outweighing the cost, but not in this case.
Okay, so this would be Mountain Soul. I think Mountain Soul would kill it. I don't think you kill the Silas of Mountain Soul quickly enough. I think Lee Sin finds it so hard to play the game. No, Owner's mechanically been playing fairly well, but it's just quite... I mean, his Team Liquid have also been playing very well, basically. It's not the worst thing. He has enough HP to make it work for now. When the second one hits, that's when you get worried. Core doesn't have Flash, but he has Hex Flash.
Yeah, Core could do some serious work. That shot blasted nothing into the shields. Core, good angle.
Equalizes Owner, might go for a kick combo.
Oh, that's through multiple people. Needs to be really careful here.
Just kill him, get him out to GA.
Gonna get towards the dragon. He takes it! Oh, bloody hell, Owner.
Bad discipline from Team Liquid not killing him. Now, do they get kill? They can't get Baron off of this.
Owner's back out. Oh, hang on, look at Pays.
Pays gets hit by Varusol.
And Carrier tried to get in range for the Breath of Life, and it wasn't quite in range.
He was on cooldown.
He just used it.
Yeah, but not at that point in the fight. It was down.
I thought that's what Carrier moved over for.
He was doing it for like enchants and stuff, but his ult was already down. He used it close to the start of the fight, I think.
Well, I guess we'll get a replay, hopefully.
Yeah. I was thinking similar because I was like, why would he walk that close? So I think it's just for enchanting value. See, his ult's on cooldown at the start. His ult's on cooldown by the time.
I think he does walk over and try and use it.
So he uses campfire here.
Faker, there's a really good cleanser so Faker doesn't get
great steal. That is a great steal. He used it that.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not sure what.
Heal value, I think mainly actually.
And Pays. It's a really good flash from Jose, by the way. The chains got some flash, then can turn to tether.
Yon's doing fantastically well.
Yeah, that one mistake which I thought was going to cost him hasn't yet.
There's no way T1 comes back from this LS Batman. I know, right? Like T1 are very good at team fighting, as we said. Can't really count them out. Potential kill. Quid does have Seekers now, and he has Shadow Flame. Quid is actually really, really strong. Morgan. Oh, good Zhonya's. Very good Zhonya's. Very, very good Zhonya's, actually. Good flash away from Faker. Faker's been struggling to have much of an impact. He's defensively been playing all right.
But I think it's very... I'm going to say, the Lysandre's not having the most fun going forwards because it's basically the one person realistically going forwards. Yeah, the Lee Sin is, but it's very easy to mark him.
This is the thing where it's like, you know, you're meant to be comboing up with like Jace Lee Sin in individual fights, but he's been losing too hard against the Silas counter pick, and the Silas has... Look, he got the solo kill in lane. This is still why you pick the Silas, because the Silas, once you get out of lane, much happier. Silas on the other side of the map. Silas does have TP.
Needs to burn it. Do they care about the fight after? Good shot blast.
Shock blast is good. That's a big pull. Yeah, you gotta remember that like a lot of the Fake's on a good angle. Doesn't have flash though.
Can get to Yon though. Can get to Yon.
Oh! Good Zhonya's from him. Very good Zhonya's. And they steal the melee ult for it. Oh! They stole melee ult to keep him enchanted.
Now Yon's in danger. Oh, Yon!
He does too much damage, man. Too much damage, man.
They're gonna kill off Core, but Core's nowhere near as valuable. Hang on, here we go. Is you Jose? Are we sure?
He's got GA, he's got GA.
Doesn't matter.
Quid.
Golden. Pays needs to dodge this really well. Fucking hell, it's a shot blast! Yon! Oh, the static! Oh, shit! Shot blast could kill 3 people here.
Wow.
Morgan. Oh, the equalizer barrier. Barrier.
Does the burn kill?
No. Shot blast! Oh my god! Oh shit. Both of these teams are team fighting super well, by the way.
Oh god, man. So, I mean, Faker does basically go 1v4 on the backline. He does get a lot of HP out of Yon. Like, Owner and Faker, I will watch the replay. My initial instinct is they trade their lives for a lot of HP on the backline, which doesn't feel worth it in the moment, but it does mean the cleanup is a real threat.
And that is the angle you have to take as a Lysandre.
Very good shock blast. They do kill both solo laners. That might get them Baron into the win.
No TP for Quid. Morgan's not going to be up in time, so this should just be Baron.
Jose doesn't have GA.
Hayes has got Hex Drinker in Infedge at this point as well. He's so strong.
Yeah, well, he is, but also, I think Yorn is stronger in a pure DPS check. So they clump up, they get hit by a Shock Blast on 3, which is not great spacing.
Doran's been laser accurate with these Shock
Quid's
Blasts.
E is a bit... Well, he misses one just to say that.
Yeah, no, well, that's, I know, don't worry about it.
So they use the stolen Millia ult right at the start. Q hits him anyway. Bad Var Assault, lose him a lot of HP. He also gets hit... Shock Blast second one's good. Jose goes pretty deep, they get...
that Zonya's is so clutch, or he's dead immediately, and Pays feels gets Triumph and everything else.
Double Q over it, and then Yorn flashes and doesn't get... Yeah, hang on, Jose, does he have Spell Shield?
No.
He does, actually. Just like, well, he Spell Shielded Lissandra. That was actually not bad stolen Lissandra.
Yeah. Well, hang on.
Hang on. Active. The Equalizer's not bad.
Ooh, G8, so he's still fine, but yeah, that was spicy.
Oh man, Sam, T1 have clutched it again.
Yeah.
They've clutched it again. Dragon in 20. Now the thing is, T1 are using their Baron buff to do this, but Baron's now dead. Doran's gonna stop a recall.
Also, I'm gonna put it out there. Triple Mountain Dragon is kinda nice. Just
huge, yeah,
for both teams, actually.
Well, TL can't get triple mountain, right?
Well, yes, sorry, but yeah.
Full build for Yorn, he's got Bloodthirster in. I think T1 have clutched it again, man. I think Team Liquid, just the discipline again, just not quite there. That top lane Baron fight, that top river fight, that was nuts from T1 though. Like, Doran's having a great series. I think he was poor. He's been poor recently, but this has been a great series from him. I think he's been doing more than fine in lane versus Morgan. I think his team fight impact was always good anyway. That was the bit which kind of survived like his slump, really.
But the other side of this then for Liquid is like, look, I know they are going to be 0-2 down theoretically from him. It's not done yet, by the way. It's only 1,300 gold. This is playable.
Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah.
But again, Yorn and Quid were the two players we asked, well, what the hell were you doing, guys? Step up. They have stepped up. This has been a great showing from Yorn and Quid so far.
I mean, Yorn in first game, again, like better than his first series, but it still left a little bit to be desired, right?
Oh no, that's so annoying. Get gropped.
He's decided not
Oh.
Yeah, I think Jose has basically said he wants it for an item
But
completion.
aren't T1 just going to walk in now?
Wait, just leave it. I actually want to finish it, or maybe Yon got nervous that the T1 would be there too soon. Either way, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, so no flash on Quid Yorn. No flash on Doran, but only for a short amount of time. 3 grows means that T1 blow open the map really quick. The fact that T1 are being held to this kind of point, right? The fact that they're being pushed by TL is a worry for them. You know, they've been pushed in both series versus TL. And TL, I don't think they're a bad team, but there are meant to be levels to this, right? Jace is full build? Yeah, and Jace is damn scary at level 20 with that. Full build for Quid as well. Oh no, he doesn't have last item slot. He's got Dark Seal. And Doran is doing crazy good this series.
It has been an absolute bloodbath. Both teams really playing well in this game. Some incredible mechanics on display here. T1 with the edge now.
Fake is actually getting to the point where he's going to start catching up in damage too. You know, he's level 17. Yorn misses a cannon. Oops. I guess Yorn's going for a QSS.
Nothing he can spend it on unless he wants to start changing out items.
Never count T1 out? Yeah, for sure. No, T1 are the hardest team to like fully kill out of a game in League, really.
In those roles, it is even or slightly favored towards TL.
That it is. You can see QSS now picked up from Yon, double defense.
So when next year they need to seed CBLOL first seed in play-ins, and both LCK LPL seed in the main brackets of play-ins actually means something. This is actually something I'm going to talk about on a podcast later in terms of how do you fix the seeding issue at various international tournaments. Because realistically, things change. Look, when you change patches before going to an international event, your seeding can sometimes go with it. Because often teams from quote-unquote worse regions they'll find themselves an angle on a patch to punch upwards. Whereas when you come into quote-unquote, you know, traditionally stronger teams, they are better across the average of all patches. So I think keeping the meta a bit more stable before international events on the whole helps. Because it means that you know, teams can find like their own niches within the patch a bit more. Lissandra can't compete with Sylas even with full items? No, it's not really about the 1v1. It's more about whether Faker can like one-shot Yorn or Morgan or someone like that. If he gets death cap, it's not really about the Sylas. It's more about just like locking down someone else. Lissandra at full build is really, really scary. Seekers on Lucian, that's true. There is going to be a Zhonya's on Lucian. That's really cool. I mean, he's got some okay AP scaling, so it's mainly just about the utility, right? He's already got the QSS from Carrier.
series and being down 2-0.
I think it's probably quite astute here, because I think Zhonya's is probably more valuable than a GA, actually, in the right scenario.
T1 is just not something you see every day.
And remember,
Because you're going to need that stasis most fights. Because what it means is you can, if you've got the reaction into the Varus Q, or the Varus R, that's a big deal. Yon's going to have, by the way, Zhonya's Bloodthirster QSS Terminus.
Yep.
And a Locket. And a Stolen Milio out. Like, how do you kill this Varus?
Outrange him or kick flash him. If you kick flash him, he still probably dies, I think.
Yeah. But he is going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Has been really the hero.
You're right, that is the way to do it, but I do think that he is making it as damn well hard as possible with that build.
Gets a solo kill onto Morgan, and then he comes into this game, and from a number of positions where it looked like TL were going to get the advantage.
Yeah, Zell's calling out Doran as well, saying he's having a really good showing. I agree.
Has to pop his ult, pretty cheap there.
And he still loses half his HP, which is rough for the Alistar. Alistar hates poke, guys. Hates it.
Yep. Because he's very good against burst, not great against continual poke.
Before he drops in a fight.
Exactly, he has the base as well, so T1 might be.
Yeah, his ult's gonna be on cooldown for Dragon. Baron's up already. This actually might be a mistake from T1. They might give over Dragon for this. Giving Soul for Baron is not worth.
Bloody hell, they did this the other day.
No, this is a different scenario, because that was when they were behind the game, and this is not in like a late game trade scenario. Because now they've given up position on Dragon, so that's very different from the first series in my mind. So T1 quickly get Baron, but now they're out of position for Dragon. Dragon spawn now. They're not DPSing it though. I think Team Liquid just they've been given a bit of a macro.
Only onto one, but it's still not bad. He's dead.
It's not great really. Jose's in alone. He's got yeah. Okay, well Team Liquid failed the macro pop quiz. Okay, they lose the game.
Oh, look at Ona. Where did he go?
He's got GA. He was on Dragon to try and stop the oh, he dies before he can get the kick flash. Yorn's alive. Yorn can kill. They've killed the Jace. Oh, no, he can't.
Oh.
Well, he kills two there. Yeah. Team Liquid failed the macro pop quiz.
Yeah.
Basically, T1 go for the Baron, and Team Liquid don't realize quickly enough that they should be rushing Dragon. Yeah. They just slip on the ball a little bit, and T1 get both.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, T1 rushing Baron there should have lost them Dragon or at least the fight, because they're out of position. Because they end up going into Fog of War, you know, against Core. Core lost his ult, but he still, you know, realistically, T1 basically win by making plays so quickly Team Liquid can't think themselves out of the hole.
Yeah, and again, we have seen this before from T1 where they will basically try and do both, where they will basically say it's all point, we're gonna run Baron and try and get the Dragon fight after. They did this the other day and it nearly cost them. I know that was them behind the game, but even so, nicely done. Caused to try and get to the wave. It's not gonna matter. That was winnable for Liquid.
Fair, I mean, it's slick decision making from T1, because what T1 will do in moments like this is they'll make a decision so quickly. This again, a BLGism. We know this from BLG, and I think BLG are obviously very, very good at this too, where these teams will make a decision so quickly that if you don't make the correct decision to respond to it, like within a couple of seconds, you do just lose. You know, you think about BLG 24, you think about Anyone's Legend last year, you think about T1 over the last couple of years as well. Yeah. Is this just going to be a 3-0 sweep play-ins? That sucks, man.
That's wild.
Sucks.
This has been the most competitive series so far.
I think the first series between Team Liquid TL was a little close, because the first game was not very competitive, was it? Really? First game here. Wasn't really.
I mean, it was the pot round. Okay, Ambassador got ahead, but actually, I'm not sure that's true, because they ended up with, like, the mid-jungle managed to come right back into it really well, remember, last game.
They were behind, like, 2k gold for the entirety of that first game.
And they came back multiple times and got their own leads. But they managed to come back from the Rise and the Rise run what was bought quite a lot.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I still think that game 1 and 2 of the first series were closer in that. Nami, thanks for the follow, by the way. Would you like to add someone to the fraud wall? We can go into the fraud wall soon.
How are we feeling about frauds and walls?
Yeah, we have this. So currently, people who want to add stuff. So we need to add Ryu on, then Reese, Kipglide, and Nami. You can all add someone on if you want. Yeah, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. We're probably getting BLGT1. Yeah, almost certainly.
It does. I am. Pray with us. Pray with us as a fellow Knight fan. It's time again, guys. I'm quite excited for the matchup. I think if BLG come in confident, I think they've got every chance in the world of taking down T1. In fact, I favour them theoretically, right? Again, there is a certain T1 aura at internationals that is true, and we have to keep our eyes on that one.
I think we see it clearly, but what is interesting
Vengeance
is that
time.
T1 made it happen over time. It was not
Oh, I
one
think I know what's
game
causing the
breaking
desync,
time.
by the way.
What?
It's my headphones. When I take them off,
They turn off and
it pauses the video.
Really
Yeah.
small plays once again that make the difference.
Okay, we have
And, like,
that. What else
even
we
if
got?
Liquid set up the pace of the game, it's just
Maybe
not
this time we
enough.
can get Profession. Well, reminder that BLG have a really good track record versus T1 at MSI. So 2025 aside, I mean, they beat, so BLG beat T1 twice at MSI 23, twice at MSI 24, and then lost them in MSI 25. So if you're looking so if you're looking specifically at MSI, it's really actually T1 getting revenge on BLG. At Worlds obviously it's a bit different, but yeah, that flash there, it does kind of cost. It costs Morgan his life because it means that Doran's in range to Q him. He wouldn't have been in range to Q the Rumble and kill him. He was in range to kill Yorn's flash here also. Not quite. I see the play, I see the angle, but it doesn't work right.
It was tiny plays.
Could you resync the video for me?
Yeah, and also the I'm gonna say.
He got a
Yeah,
1K
like, oh
shutdown.
yeah, that makes sense
And this
actually.
one, he gets another shutdown, and that was off the back of Pays
Two.
really kiting well.
Yeah, it should be that now.
You see
Ish.
that smite fight, that
Cool.
owner
Thank you very much.
reliably wins, and that stops the
Yeah, it's TL1. Oh, Katara, you can add people into the fraud wall if you want.
That's all. It ends up being a quadruple.
But yeah, we added Reese, Kiplight, Nami, and then
Frustrating when you're going up against T1.
Katara. You can add people into the fraud wall if you wish.
When they go to a
I mean, to be fair, I think both Yarn and Pays had a pretty spicy game there. There were some really good plays from both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Yarn, that one set of summoner blows by the Jace, or against the Jace, was poor. But sometimes that's the way of these things.
It's just not enough, and I do feel like Game 3 might not be enough for them to find the solution here, especially with the crowd being so vibrant, especially with T1 being prepared every step of the way. Raz, I hope they can get this one game. It has to be next one, otherwise the series is completely cooked. I appreciate TL's effort, but it hasn't been enough so far. T1 bringing us to match point. Let's see if they can close it out next game.
Let's go TL! Just one game!
Just one game.
Wow.
Oh.
We don't know if TL
Oh.
dragging down or looking for the fight. They're on the dragon, but it's still so healthy.
Many fans praying. 8K getting lower. Core looking for the engage. Quit off to the side. The Abscond Abduct doesn't connect in pace for now. Is untouched. Close into the back line, but he's faced first into 3. Lockup is there from Faker, and it's all falling apart. Team are gonna hold off the dragon for a brief moment. Owner into the back line. 3 members left, and they have to hold the line. Jan desperate to turn this back, but Doran comes in from the skies. Jan still living for an extra moment, getting a couple extra autos. Faker will finally fall, but Pays full out, playing cleanup to close it out.
Core tries to repeat the heroics from earlier, but it just doesn't happen.
How do they always bloody clutch? It's getting annoying at this point because they're very well, look. They are the epitome of a team that's on the same page. Even if they don't make quote unquote the perfect play, they're all on the same page, which makes it into a good play minimum. And mechanically, they know how to play out those situations pretty much to a fault.
Also, they've got probably 3 of the greatest playmakers of all time in Faker, Owner, and Carrier. Who are all very synergized together. Like, that is a very scary combo. And actually, you know, people like Pays and Doran are hardly bad at the playmaking themselves. There's a reason why Pays on the Lucian looks so good on that damn champion in team fights, which is normally a Lucian challenge, right? Because you've got to ride that lightning really, really carefully in terms of you can't afford to fall off the train there. It's a very dangerous path you must tread to get value on the Lucian in a team fight. We see a lot of EU teams, for example, historically fail to get value out of the Lucian in those scenarios, right? You have to be so mechanically proficient on him and so certain on what you can get out of him. And Doran as well, right, is one of the better team fighting top laners in the world, period. But I think if you're looking at like playmaking IQ, Faker, Carrier, and Owner are probably the 3 most consistently dominant at that in the world. They're just really, really good as a trio at that. It's very, very scary.
Yeah. Does T1 look better than our LCK playoffs to you? So weirdly, no, not really. A little bit. They're not facing off against strong enough in opposition to show up the same kind of flaws. So basically, solo lanes are still weak in lane. They're still exploitable in draft, and they're still making early game mistakes. But they're very good at late game team fighting, and they're very good at being on the same page. I think that. Sorry,
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go to the toilet.
No.
Sorry. I just want to get to the toilet anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, that's right.
What I was about to say, all I was going to say was they are at least doing. Oh yes, I can do that. They are looking like they're making some more proactive moves early game in a way that they were struggling to do at LCK. But that's also against worse teams, right? They're against players teams, so there is that element too. Which is a fairly significant deal. Is this the one I need? I think it is. Right. Let me see if I can find... No, wrong one. Replays. That's the one we need. Right, let me see if I can find this fight. I can't see the thing. Where are you? I am looking for probably not this one. Oh, this is a good fight. I wanted. Oh well, we can do this one in. This is going to be the. Yeah, here we go. So it's a replay on Faker. Let's see if we can cop back to.
Wants Opera GX, and you're holding it back.
Okay, yeah. So, it starts with Quid find. This is that really wild play in the jungle that was really, really well played. So it starts with Quid getting a chunk onto Faker, and then I think you could probably blow him up. Jose full sense. But Faker gets into the bush up here, which means that he gets out, and it's actually a pretty good angle for a couple of the T1 carries to get some damage down. Jose gets away. Does still have the flash. He's going to go up to the river shortly. Keep your eyes on Paze, because Paze actually ends up in a really difficult spot. Jose flashed to stop the last autos coming on down, so he survives initially. And Quid and Core are now melee range of Paze. Now Paze potentially is going to get a cleanse off the Milio here. Actually, we see what he does. He just gets, yeah, it's just a knock up. Faker goes over the wall to bite. I'm actually really good from Faker with the flash to get in, basically saying, get off my carry. And Paze has now dashed over this way, and I think Paze is going to be able to do a really good flash out and gets the culling onto Jose, which is really, really, really good. So Jose, having flashed out, still dies, and I think Paze thinks he's in the pocket, right? But he's got to be a bit aware of Yon over here. They know he's there because they got the ward, which is very nice. Morgan's also just turned up and thrown down and burned the equalizer. But I think Paze is going to try and pick. He's trying to pick off Quid here, but going to get so much healing there, and just lands the abduct. I think Paze thinks he's dodged it. Has to back away from the tri-brush because Yon's walking in and is too low HP for that. And Quid says, well, he has to move this way because if he stays over here, then Yon just kills him. So gets a really good cold read. Still dies for it, but I appreciate the attempt. And the fire is on. It's a good arrow. But that is a bloody close fight. It's a bloody close fight. Flash out Doran response. We end up with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flash. 6, 7 flashes blown for a very, very clutch little team fight. That is bloody close stuff. Bloody close. And part of this then is basically, I don't think Liquid are that mechanically far off T1. Not in these fights. We are seeing really good stuff from Quid, from Jose, from Yon. Core's had some great engages. Arguably, I think Morgan's probably been the least impactful member of Team Liquid, and that's a bit frustrating because actually their first series, he kind of took apart Doran, right? Doran had a really rough showing in that. I think if Morgan is that 5% better, these fights might be a touch more dangerous again. But I think, as Al called out, that the team fight IQ, the rapid pop quiz questions that T1 are asking of people is not being answered that well. And T1 are just more experienced at the style of play. But it is close enough. And the thing is, you can see the light on the horizon. And people are if it ends up being a 3-0 for T1, it's going to be, T1, such a great team fighters, look how good they are. But I would really love to give some props to Team Liquid as well, because I genuinely think they have had what it takes to take these games. The angles have been there. The game states have been there. The fact that they haven't converted is a really frustrating point.
Welcome back to MSI.
I mean, Team Liquid draft was way better. Yeah, I mean, it was a better skirmishing comp. It was a better skirmishing comp for sure. Especially if you got past the laning phase, that's fine. What it didn't have was early prio, which is dangerous into Owner. And we did see that, right? The Jace, the Lissandra, and the Lucian Milio had shove in every lane. I think the Silas could potentially have fought a little harder early, had some bad trades early on, but that's sometimes the Silas problem. To win lane shove, you have to throw your body on the line and didn't get it. You are Varus bot, that's great and all, but you are still versus double range. Jace before Rumble has level 4 and therefore more points in his queue, does lose shove to a lot of range top laners. It's just the way of these things. How loses it to Cassante of all things. So actually, the fact that you had losing lane pro is still a problem in the draft in some ways, and it did give T1 the early snowball. And so you've still got to be aware it's not quite as simple as, oh, the draft is better in skirmishes, therefore it's better. Because lane prio, I think, is something that in the West we don't abuse anywhere near as well as the Eastern teams do, your South Korean teams, your LPL teams, and giving that to a Lee Sin is very, very dangerous. Team Liquid did a really good job of countering that and stabilizing and making sure the gold lead never really got beyond reach.
TL has had their moments. They have won.
Honestly, Doran won this one. Yeah, Doran had a really good game. He had a really good game. I think Pace also played out well. But I would contest that, like, T1's draft didn't have angles, and it wasn't like there weren't points of power. They were narrower ones, right? Like, particularly you need to get a lot of value out of that early game. But again, I would wonder whether Team Liquid is going to go, look, we just need a little bit more power in these early lanes to stop T1 getting the engine rolling in the first place, but we'll see.
What is the option going to be? Camille still
I mean, we did hit the point, right, where the Lissandra was...
will be allowed.
The angles she could take were quite narrow, right, because there was a lot of ways to disengage her, and she was kind of the one target you had to mark. But Doran hitting a lot of good shot blasts, Pace gliding. I mean, it was a good game. It was a good game.
Nope. It's looking... Or am I... Oh, I'm crazy. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Right, into draft we go. Camille, Ori, Annie, fine. Vi gets first pick. Carly, Poppy, center. They're getting rid of the Poppy this time. They don't want to deal with it. Fine. That implies they want some damage answers. Yeah, Vi hates Neferi. You lose duels. You can dive onto the backline much like Vi can. You have the reset. She doesn't. You can build Serpent's Fang, so her shields mean nothing to you. You can also immune her ult with your W. It's just very obnoxious.
Walls, stealing away camps, so I do think it's something that really fits his style. But
if TL wins this, I'll give 10. Hell yeah, holding you to that, Panzer.
It's kind of similar to Nocturne in that way, where it's like, you don't just want Nocturne.
Renekton. Morgan's Renekton. Lord Morgan, the champion.
What makes a lot of sense here is absolute comfort for Morgan. And the question is, where does Doran want to take
no, I wanted that. There we go.
Just kind of say, you know what, I'm just playing to be that brick wall and set up for the team fights. I just need to not die.
Cassio Vi is a really horrible combo. Basically, between the cease and desist and the miasma, you get locked in a place forever. It's not the same kind of combo as, say, with Nakali, where you can dive 2 screens, but as long as you're within half a screen to a screen, then the combo is incredibly frustrating. Very dangerous into Neferi and Renekton, especially if Neferi's W is playing, because then their mobility means nothing.
To me, it's pretty 50-50 as far as the top lane matchup goes.
Zahen,
I think there's,
locked in.
Both sides. Quid considering the Galio, which would make it
okay.
As far as the dive is concerned.
Can be a decent matchup with the Renekton. You lose early on, but you outscale pretty well. And obviously your ult and your ability to kind of brawl is very, very strong. You can join the Vi on the dives. Galio to go with the Neferi and the Renekton. Fine, okay. To be fair, remember Alex was talking about that Chovy matchup with him on the Galio into Faker's Cassio and kind of got walked a little bit.
If you don't one-shot Zahen just grim delivery.
Oh, that's nice. Was that the bell ringing?
It did, but I answered and no one picked up on the other side.
Huh, okay.
I don't know if they were just ringing every door or something. Anyway, let's have a look-see. Yeah.
So we got Cassio Vi, but in response with the Galio, obviously I was just mentioning that last matchup versus Gen G, where Chovy played the Cassio well, or the Galio well.
There's a huge issue here for Team Liquid, where the Galio can't side lane versus either of these picks. Liquid
Yeah.
have... I think for Liquid to win, they need to have side lanes they can make plays around, and Galio having 2 losing side lane matchups is bad.
I also called out the Vi Cassio combo as it's not necessarily a traditional Vi combo with the Akali, but it's really, really, really annoying with the... Basically, you have a zone of control that says you can't move here.
I think Team Liquid have already lost this draft chat. I think that T1 can literally just play through the Galio side lane, and I think Cassio also lanes very well to Renekton too. So
Yeah.
I think already Liquid are kind of fucked. I don't think you can play around it like double losing matchups to Cassio and side lanes. Zarhan's also fine versus both. Well, very good versus the Galio and pretty okay versus the Renekton too.
Renekton, as Alex is talking about into the castle, you are obligated to slice into waves to get Qs in your normal trading pattern, and that means you are facing forwards into a petrifying gaze angle.
What if it's Galio support, then you lose bot lane? Because I don't think Yon Core JJ can pick non-Apex bot lanes and not get ran.
Can you Sivir to get the Galio in that way and just to play for shove with the Sivir?
It's too bad at level 1 to 3. Too bad, basically.
Okay.
It's too weak. That's the thing about Galio. Galio just loses too many lanes in support. You just don't have good bot lane matchups, basically. You can Zyra Rakan here. I don't think... what do you even do from that? I actually don't see a way through this.
I mean, it's called Cause Rakan. You've got good people to dash to with your E.
But if you lock in one half it, they steal the other half on the other side.
You might just lock Rakan.
If you lock Rakan, yeah, I guess they're unlikely to pick the Zyra.
Sivir's not awful. Sivir Karma.
Mage bot lane.
Okay, Ziggs.
So it's like if you go something like Sivir and you have
Ziggs gone, Mel's gone, okay. Zyra. So there's
You
some
can go Zyra and Nata, I guess, but... I think T1 have a very easy macro plan. I think you just play through winning Cassio and side lanes. So Liquid basically need to blow open one of these solo lanes so hard that they can't side lane. Like I don't think this is a winnable draft if the solo lanes of T1 are just okay even in early game.
There is well where you just Caitlyn and range support and just say even if you lock the Rakan we mash you. You can also Caitlyn Rakan. Zeri Rakan is also fine.
You don't have enough lockdown for the Zeri.
Yeah.
Zeri Yumi's fine. Zeri Yumi's okay.
I mean, it depends whether you want to deny the Rakan or not at this point, I guess.
Zeri Yumi's fine here, I think. Because even though T1 again are like in a position where like their engage is a bit flimsy, Zeri Lulu's Zeri Lulu's a little bit more all-purpose. Yeah, it's fine.
And you've got again, I think the more I've been watching T1, and I know it's against play-ins teams, so there is always going to be this caveat of how good are these teams relative to Apex of the tournament, which will be HLE, which will be BLG.
Blitzcrank is good. Blitzcrank can actually give you a win condition, just random to win.
I like it.
I like this.
Also, a load of shields you can break with it as well. I think it's smart.
You don't have great combos, but
it's something.
He's going to go blitz, win or lose. He's going to be okay with that because he believes it is the strongest pick. Whether or not you are actually going to go blitz.
You know what? It's last game. You take the gap. I mean, it's Cause Rakan or a blitz for funsies. The Rakan for core. It's a good combo with the Zyra, obviously, and it is Cause Rakan.
Better for the Galio.
Yeah.
I think Blitzcrank is actually better to just randomly flip a win.
You can counter-engage the Vi semi-well. Actually, if Vi goes deep this game, it could be... There is a world where you get counter-punched pretty hard with Rakan Galio. Yeah, I somewhat agree with you, Azael. Like, I think if T1 just play it patiently, they have got some really nasty counter-punches with the Lulu. And the Vi and the Cassiopeia. Like, you dive into this and you get miasmid into Vi ulted, and the first person in is done. You've got one W on the Fury.
I don't
one W on the Fury.
I think T1 just play through their side lanes. It's really hard for Team Liquid to play. Maybe Neferi can 2v1 at points, but I don't think it's enough.
I think unless Jose gets Giga fed, I'm really worried, Al. Right, I'm just going to run to the bathroom quickly. Get myself a glass of water. Be right back.
Wins games. Now, there's not a Yumi strap to his back, so it might be a little bit harder, but overall, still has been that threat so consistently in those late game fights. I don't think TL are going to want to let him get there. Very well could be the final.
Yeah, I think T1 actually win this draft. I think Liquid have been the best drafting team in play-ins, but this one's a losing draft. T1, like, their game 3 drafts are better. The game 1 and 2 drafts are a bit rough. And yeah, I don't think these teams are good enough to punish T1 on bad drafts, because I don't think T1 are actually drafting that well. I just don't think these teams can punish them. I don't think they're good enough to do that. As clearly I haven't lost a game yet, so.
You know, might be able to take down T1 in the best of 5, but they can beat a lot of the other teams, I feel like, in the main stage. So we'll see. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to change the format here, and they're going to have to win 3 in a row if they want to earn it themselves.
T1 plays for Zeri, T-Law plays for Zyra, that's it? No, I think that T1 can play for their solo lanes. Or rather, they play for themselves. The solo lanes have winning matchups. I actually think that Liquid need bot lane to be just solid, and then they need to focus on a solo lane and get it ahead. Just make sure like the Cassia or the Zohan can't side lane.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you do have that range advantage, right? But
oh, Core misses. How do you miss a level 1 Q at that distance, man? Nasty.
Miss the Q, the Gleaming Quill, and it's
oh, the damage back's not too bad. Karish oh, but then Pays is not taking any damage, and he's got lethal tempo up already.
Of dealing the damage and getting the heal is so big.
Oh, gets the Q that time.
He's gonna be able to hit that one a lot.
Yeah, as I was calling it out too, obviously. But yeah.
How many Qs can you hit?
Only when it qualifies? Yeah, there's only one qualifier from plans. Yep.
Double value on the hit, getting the damage and the healing. Double loss on that miss, so something we'll keep an eye on. Checking in on
what's happening in solo lanes? I mean, maybe Morgan can do okay in the top lane matchup, but Renekton can beat the Zarhan.
Get rewarded for it. You should get rewarded. You deserve it. So head on over to lolesports.com, Isaac, and anyone else. Log in with your ride idea and watch live for a chance to get those MSI 2026 drops.
I think I will. You can solo cast this one. I'll go live.
Baker's doing fine in this matchup. He wasn't great versus Chovy's Galio.
Our boy Pays seems appropriate.
Chovy's Galio caused a lot of issues there. Okay, Jose going for a 3 camp into bot. Hasn't recalled. And they Vi
Still level 1, though. They need level 2 before they can
they I don't know. I don't think they get much off it. Pays gets over the wall. I think I don't think he can chase him down. No, that's it. It's a good escape from Pays.
That would just take too much time. It's too uncertain.
Can't crash in the wave completely. They don't. Well, T1 know there's no ward in that brush. They've had a ward in there for a long time.
Still a bit annoying, but well handled there by Pays. The real question is, can Owner do anything about it? And this is Pays' stats from last game. 15,
yes, Fox, you've got that. Yep.
Damage per minute.
His first seed from every region goes into the main stage, and then second seed from first stand winning region, and then a seed from plains. Yep.
Back in 2017 on Caitlyn against WE in the World's quarterfinals. Back when C9 made those.
That's true. Back when they qualified for
international
events. Yeah, Slash for Faker.
I don't know if that was kill threat, but it definitely takes him away from being kill threat. Flash away, Owner's here though. You're playing on full camp type, full clear timer, man. Like, Owner has done this like 2 games in a row even, because the least in the last game, where Owner's just full clearing, then walking bot, and he's getting kills. Like, TL are disrespecting the full clear timer. I mean, he just full clears and just walks bot.
That core second charge of his E is going to expire. He's got to use it, and then so he just has.
Like, he's literally just on full clear timer. Owner just walks bot lane after a full clear, man.
They had them in a position where they can actually 2-2 kill them.
I almost wonder whether T1's bot lane baits in the play knowing that Owner's there.
You don't have a way out. You're dead.
I do wonder.
And Owner predicts perfectly as he did. Well, guess what?
But like, they're just not respecting the full clear timer. This is like the second time it's happened. And this is why I don't know. I think I think Liquid, in many ways, played the first series a lot better because Jose had much better level 1 reads versus T1, much better early jungle pathing, and I think they were picking for jungle matchup too. I think Liquid maybe should have picked more for jungle matchup in this series. But then again, at that point, perhaps you have counter lanes and then you lose in lanes. You know, Squid and Yon had a very bad first series.
You can see all the question mark pings.
Squid's not having a great time here, actually. Oh no, the waves push it back into me. It's alright. It's alright.
Really easily able to avoid that.
Complete lack of tracking. Well, this is the thing. You should be able to tell this without tracking because it's just a full clear from top to bot. You just always pay. If you, a worst case scenario, you just assume a jungler is going for an efficient first clear, and you understand their timing that they're going to be bot lane around about. Yeah. Oh god, what's the timing on it? But like, yeah. You assume that they're going to be like there on the right timing, you know?
Linear comp in terms of engage. You really need core to be this unexpected element out of Fog of War, or it's pretty easy to flash back and win a fight.
Yeah, which we have seen him do, right? We saw him have that big moment at the Dragon last time.
Now a bit of trading here. Arc and daggers from Jose Diodo as he just immediately
used to be 255 or whatever was the old first clear timer.
Pretty easy to get out of dodge on those short trades.
Going to be able to hop over walls, take those trades. But Owner had the jump on him, and he's going to have to retreat because Faker had first move. And so this
because Owner literally just goes top pathing down. Finishes clear at what, 250 or something, 255, and just walks bot.
So Yon just going to be looking to clear this out. Of course.
Yeah, finishes clear at about like 250.
So Yon's not worried that he's about
and then just walks bot lane.
That's why he can stay around when core is basic. If they didn't have that ward, it's a lot.
He just literally just walks off a full clear timer.
Behind you in the brush.
Probably
That's why I, yeah.
as well, but
Late game, who has the advantage 5v5?
would get that wave for Yawn.
Late game.
Not too much as both AD carries clearly just comfortable stacking their coals, trading waves back.
T1.
Yep. And I mean, we saw.
Yeah, T1 probably.
But when Yawn
I think late game, Xayah, Zeri, they're not that different, but one of them has a Lulu.
The top level of team play, right? There are these windows where in certain
I mean, Neferi late game over Vi, more damage, more ability to outplay. Late game Xayah massively outvalues Renekton.
Gets the first blood, which is
Galio late game gives you some disruption, but not really Cassio value, right?
Gold lead here at 6 minutes. Not as bad as last game.
Yeah, people disrespect Zahen as a late game carry as well. Zahen can be crazy good in late game.
Especially against a team that scales really well, as T1's does.
Yeah, and it's just, it's difficult. You would like for TL to be able to find a little bit more here in the early game, but T1 has just been so consistently ahead in that regard.
Hello.
T1 have also managed to snowball. I heard some stuff across the power of my headphones.
Basically, Jose went for a 3 camp into bot. He just walked out of the play. And then Ona just did a full top to bot clear, ganked bot on full clear timer, and Liquid died to it. So it's like
tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty big. Looking for
if I redownload, so if you download GX and then you sign up to it, so you basically need to download it through the affiliate link, which we have in chat, and then sign up to it on the browser. So if you don't have an account, then that's what gives us the point towards it.
Would have just clipped Yawn as he side
Yep.
steps here, forced to stay in lane.
I mean, again, T1 with early lane prio pretty much everywhere. Oh, that's not a bad play on a
Faker flashed earlier away from a taunt earlier. That's not bad from Quid actually.
Ona.
Very good out of Foggleball.
And then there's the miasma down as well, made things super spicy. Burn.
Lives, but
Q. Oh, good dodge back from Quid, actually.
Jose can't fight here. Can't fight here. He died like E splash damage at that point.
You're right, the splash damage was the one thing I was worried about. It's like, can he get in range for a Q for some bleed? But no.
we're able to predict and backstep and avoid the petrifying gaze. So,
but I'm gonna put this out. That's a couple big cooldowns to not get anything for liquids. Like, sure, you burn the vial, you burn petrifying gaze.
And by flash.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So I'm not sure I agree with that.
I was just thinking like the Galio ult is a big cooldown.
Yeah, but Vi flashes too. It's not great from Fake there actually. It's well out of range.
So no way for Jose to actually react.
Very close to kill there.
Yes, Jose does live thanks to the ulti magic shield that came down from Quid.
Quid might die for using that E.
Yeah. Again, there is no ult on either Jose or stuff.
This is good from Doran. This is good from Doran.
Yeah. I think this could get really... Okay, Morgan.
This is the...
Quid just about gets out.
Renekton is still doing pretty well here.
Unfortunate kill onto Quid.
There's passive on Doran. He needs to wait. Morgan needs to wait for this to go.
Faker's so fast.
Yeah, because he hits the Q.
Yeah.
Here when you hit the Q.
You're so fast.
So I think if Morgan hits his E, there's a winning angle there. Because he doesn't, it's pretty much always losing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this is probably just a sweep, folks. We've literally had a 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Well, 3-0, 3-0.
With 15
3-0, 3-0, 3-0. It's 6 series in a row.
Yeah, 15
0. Will be 18, right? So we had 2 on the first day, 2 on the second, then 1, then 1. So we've got 6 total, which is 18. Yeah.
May have done some bad maths. My bad.
It's 15-0 before today. Yeah. Because we had 2 on the first day, 2 on the second day, 1 yesterday, and 1 today. Yeah,
yeah.
Even with the dominance from Morgan, just the constant twin fang.
So anyway, yeah, got a podcast later which we'll be talking about how do you fix the seeding issue in international League of Legends events, because having play-ins like this feels like a token effort to try and I don't know, give a sense of stratification of seeds, when realistically the top teams from LCK LPL are a level above. Now, the amount which they're above differs, and how many seeds that extends to. So we've had it like, well, we've had 4th seeds from LCK LPL win Worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Multiple times, in fact. That happened to DRX, happened to T1. Did it happen to T1 twice? It happened to 1. Yeah, DRX and T1 have done it.
has had the big
Question out.
Yep.
We saw that control ward there in the middle of the lane.
Yep.
What's the point of it in this matchup in this context? Is it just because it was a
both junglers can hyper gank, you need to have deep vision to. You also want to. That's also to stop stop like tracking mid laner when they leave lane, which is incredibly important for Galio lanes.
Yeah.
And any kind of global mid lane. You'll see more control wards in mid lane against like roaming global mid laners, because that control ward just means that you can push and roam from lane much easier.
That makes sense.
For that big defining moment, that big fight.
This gets spicy.
Saying earlier as well, I think that Team Liquid should have focused more on jungle matchup this series. That's what got them a lot of advantages in Series 1.
They might be looking to make it a 50-50. The only
Damage?
one so far is when he was able to turn off the lights with Nocturne.
Vi doesn't have flash. It doesn't matter. Safari League of Legends, watching the wildlife, not interacting with it. BLG are the real team that are unlucky. I mean, I think BLG will take their chance versus T1. I think BLG are better than T1. I think they're favorites to the tournament, so I think that. I think it's good for BLG to face T1 early. You know, if they have any flaws, they'll be exposed there before they get into a more important series. That's he has flash and all. That's. I think that's too far from core. That's not great. You're realistically never one-shotting there.
Yorn has to. Oh, where's the feather pull? Already used. Fine.
But I know that people are very high on T1 right now, but reminder that they're stomping on lower tier teams. We haven't seen T1 versus a top team versus Gen G when they went, 5 games, and I think that both those teams were very flawed. And of course they lost versus HLE as well, and I think that BLG, for my money, are on the same tier as HLE. I think T1 still have exploitable drafts. I think that that's not... it's just not precise enough.
And Faker's here now.
Yeah, they probably lose all 3. I think they lose all 3.
Slow again from the passive auto. There's no ult. Yeah. Vi and Cassio as a combo is really nasty for that. If you get locked down on the miasma, there's nowhere to run.
Yes. Realistically, this play was lost by Core JJ over-forcing on 2 plays back-to-back, though. I mean, you force onto Lulu, you can't one-shot when they have heal, flash, ult. You just can't. And then they go for it again while they still have flash. It's a bad assessment from Core JJ of what the actual kill threat is. Because, the mistakes already happened here. They still have flash, which that carry isn't even, really that under threat. The Galio, in fact, doesn't even hit. So they use Neferi ult, Galio ult, and Rakan ults, all for losing plays,
It feels like Liquid are desperate to make something happen, desperate to be proactive, and it's just not great.
So Nitro saying, more in terms of first place supposed to play against lower seeds and it being T1, whereas Lion and Fury get to play against each other. So example for that saying, that is true, yeah. But I think in some ways, top teams like playing other top teams because it allows them to improve more, even if they lose. And there's a double bracket. If it was a single elimination bracket, I would agree, because it's double elimination, you actually don't mind playing against top teams early. Yeah, but yeah, I think that you ask anyone, analyst or casual, saying that T1 is a pool 4 team at this event, or even top esports, right, compared to, compared to like Furia, Lion, or whatever, that feels inaccurate. Which is why I think international seeding in League of Legends is not. It hasn't really ever been fit for purpose. I think points is because the first seed of NAEU has sometimes been overvalued at points. Morgan maybe dies to an ult here, actually.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay. Okay, that was nice. Gets away from the mouse, gets hit by the ult though. No Q hitting. He doesn't have E. Does he get empowered Q?
Morgan! Oh! The Lord!
So Faker doesn't hit his Qs. Faker doesn't hit his... Holy shit, Morgan! What's that?
Okay. I mean, there's still 4,500 gold down, but you know what? That's good aura farming.
Rock out with the croc out. Oh. Hashtag we go deep. What?
Deep croc gaming.
Deep croc gaming.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Okay, it is still a 4,500 gold lead. It's still not great for Liquid, but you know what? You take what you can get.
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, see, Liquid is still down 5k. They're still down 5k, but yeah. Holy shit. I mean, credit to Morgan. I think Morgan and Jose have had a good tournament. This series not been great from Jose, but yeah, it's definitely been a series. It's like this tournament has made me really believe in Jose, and I think Morgan is much better than I thought he would be on the international stage. Like, I thought it'd be fine, and he's actually been good.
but still Grim.
Somewhere we're searching the skies.
Yeah, well played by Morgan. Really punishing, I think, over-aggression there from T1. It has been
I mean, yeah, I think Ona greeted his ult. I think he was waiting for another cooldown. But if he ults, I think good chance Morgan just dies. Yeah, really well played by Morgan though. Because I thought he'd maybe with a flash out play he could kill one, maybe, or a misplay. But you should never kill both there. That's insane.
See if Morgan can make some magic happen.
That's insanity. That's crazy.
2 turkeys? That's insane.
What?
When you're this far behind.
I was,
I don't get the reference.
It's, Peep Show.
I never watched that much Peep Show.
It's too cringe for me. I can't do it.
Okay, Morgan gets a kill again there, actually. Ona's getting punished pretty heavily right now.
He's not that tanky.
It doesn't change much here, I don't think.
Really well handled there.
And they're doing this for like 6k down. That's really not bad.
Again, yeah, to be fair, they've got decent disengage themselves, right, with Galio, Zaya, Rakan.
That really is all they do, because the Herald still did go to T1.
FaZe doesn't have ult. If Zeri doesn't have ult, the champion does not feel...
Oh, hang on, Faker.
Oh, good sidestep.
Needed
Good
it.
sidestep. Well, I don't think he killed... No, if Faker stays around to DPS, he dies. So I don't think you actually...
I think Hosey's low enough. I think Q plus like 3 E's is
Faker
dead.
would die without flash. So I think he just literally stun him and walk away. I don't think Faker wants to trade his life there.
Yeah, he's not got first item yet. No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would have been a bit much.
TL playing some of these skirmishes really well. I feel like they have... In a
But look, even if Liquid lose this series, which they are very likely to, I don't think they've... I mean, they beat KC convincingly, and they look better versus T1 than KC did.
These are I think particularly games 1 and 2 have been winnable. This one's been tougher, but again, if they weren't 4,000 gold behind at this point, I might be having a different conversation.
But then when T1 get their fight, it feels like they win.
Maybe if Yarn gets to the point where you can't...
6k behind.
Yeah.
It's better than it was.
So, I mean, maybe if we get to the point where they can consistently blow up Ona going in, which they're doing so far, but if they can do that and have Yon just kite everyone out with the Stormraiser and all of the people, all of the Avengers assembling to keep him alive, maybe because T1, it's T1, right? They're going to go forwards themselves. If they do so poorly enough to get the Zaya to a point of like Exodia, then maybe that's the way you do it. Because actually, Zeri historically was always a bit, I mean, Yunara more so, but Zeri's always had a bit of a weird time into Zaya, where it's very possible for Zeri to end up in the feather pool and have a bad time. Herald, yeah, okay, here comes the aggro plays again. The problem is, as you noted earlier, though, like, they just don't have any good side lanes.
Yeah.
Baker is a tough dive under the tower at full health. And stacking up towards that Seraphs, would love to have that shield. Is going to be working in towards Catalyst here. And looks like...
Can't kill in time, yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Not too far, though. Wants to recall. Not interested in taking the full ride.
Trying to get his steps in, buddy.
Credit to Morgan to at least getting some kills back, you know?
Yeah.
That's good on him.
I think the problem is, like, game 1, if he played like he did now in game 1, he probably win that game. Well, I say that, but obviously.
But like, yeah, I think that I had this conversation way with the bathroom actually. Okay, that's not bad. I missed his QT, missed QT. Ooh. Yeah. If that dagger had landed, I think Paige dies. Ooh, good ult.
I think he would have flashed.
Flash. Ooh, not barrier.
It doesn't save him.
Nearly.
I think even if they get more damage, Pace flashes back in range for wild growth. Because if Carrier doesn't use wild growth this entire fight, like
true, I'll heal.
Yeah. So either way, you've got like a flash from Pace, a flash from Carrier, so you can flash back into range or flash forwards as Lulu, and you're probably in range for wild growth plus heal. Probably.
Yeah. I'll be interested in the replay to see how far Lulu is away when the second dagger's missed. Is it within flash ult range?
But Pace was also looking to flash Q2 anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
As soon as you see the animation, you just flash and you're probably okay.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
For Jose Diodo, but just that little miss, that little difference adds
Dude, the Paze is best AD carry in the world.
He's so good.
I don't think there are many situations where Paze doesn't outplay when given the opportunity to. I think this is like, that's so important because, you know, they're clearly playing for a bot side AD carry, like hyper carry win condition most of the time. It's what Doran's more comfortable to, trying to peel him for in team fights. I mean, Doran, when he comes up against better top laners in laning phase, may get punished for that to the point where, like, I'm quite interested to see T1 versus G2, actually. Because I think that Faker's laning phase not fantastic right now. Caps can be, you know, he outlaned Knights at first down finals. And then I think BB can pull out some silver bullets, and if he's prepared enough good laning phase counters, I think he could cause some issues for Doran. I mean, I think that, yeah. BB likes to play for team fights in the same way that Doran does, but I think that BB has... He does play for lane more often than Doran does, because Doran almost never does, basically. Yeah. He doesn't play for lane. If he does win lane, great, cool, but that's like a side effect. He doesn't really play for it.
And let's be real, if G2 haven't come into this tournament with at least 4 to 5 crazy picks, it's not G2, you know? They do this every tournament.
Do you think Galio should have gone damage? You can't in the Cassio lane matchup. You need early magic resist, really. So he's going to go Imperial Mandate second. It's not bad in terms of damage. Imperial Mandate is just a good item on Galio right now.
And they have...
So this is the build.
And I think I'm right in thinking they have changed Galio's ratio so he gets more damage from magic resist now anyway. I think he gets some more stuff from it than he used to.
He always has that.
No, I know, but I thought they'd amped those numbers in recent patches.
So that's only on his passive, the magic resist.
I thought they changed some things around to make magic resist more valuable to him.
It's his ult, I think, which has magic resist scaling on it now, so it doesn't really affect the lane matchup, really.
Yeah, I thought it was also his passive auto, possibly, but I might be wrong.
He's always had magic resist scaling on that.
No, yeah, I thought they'd up those numbers, is what I was saying. I think
the last time it was his ult being changed. I can't remember. I also can't remember how long ago this was, so I don't think it's like
relatively recent patch, 2610 or whatever.
Mana cost. Yeah, so it's basically the ult is the only thing with magic resist change on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So what's just the ult? Okay.
Yeah. So it's his ult has got the magic resist scaling on it recently. In fact, they reduced his AP ratio on his Q.
Yeah. But also, like, if you're looking for an AP item or a magic resist item that was going to give Galio more damage, just like Abyssal Mask is one of the better options for him.
Yep.
Fight is a miracle at this point.
A 1%er is probably what most of the fights are. So if you see
I agree, Azael. Like, again, you're going to see...
For some reason, I feel like when the way that Draco says miracle is a miracle. I think that he's about to, like, start waving the flag and, like, he's like, it's an miracle! They needed a miracle! Shout out Dracos, love that shit. But anyway, it's just my brain in the background, like, that would be quite funny. Oh, Core misses the engage.
Oh, and Pays gets out as well. He's in the pocket.
Yeah. Like, he doesn't even... He does cleanse. I don't actually think he needs to there. Pays maybe Penta's here.
Oh, it's time.
I think this might be...
time.
I think it is Pays Penta time.
Oh, look at it. What was this?
He's Harry's he tagged Segrafim. Holy crap. Well, Pays to kill. Pays, he's like, this guy just churns out pentas, man.
This is a machine that creates pentas.
Yeah, my body is Pays' body is a machine that turns random teams into pentas.
He is the best carry AD carry in the world, isn't he?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
Guma might be the best weak side, Pays is the best strong side. I think that matchup is going to be killer. My God, they're so good.
Yeah. Because, like, I saw some people, like, rating Guma. I think it was Cadril that rated Guma as the best AD carry coming into the tournament. I'm like, I don't think you can say that with Pays on this form. I don't think you can. I think that's disrespectful to Pays. I mean, like, obviously, he's doing it with full information, right? He watched a lot of LCK, and he really values Guma. I think you have to look at Pays as best AD carry in the world, though. I think you have to.
The fact we're comparing them is kind of so cool. Because I think the other thing is they're offering different things to the teams, right? Because I think it's probably fair to say Guma is your best weak side carry.
Yeah, I think that Guma is offering flashing forwards frontlining on Zyre and Cogmore to losing games, you know.
Yeah, that wasn't great. That Zyre moment wasn't fantastic. But I think it is fair to say on the whole that Guma has been across the whole of this split and playoffs best weak sides in the world, and still very good with resources, still a good team fighter. Pays with the resources on a hyper carry is just disgusting. It's a fun combo. I think it's a fun comparison.
From Pays, a brilliant engage from Faker or Carrier. There is always one member there ready to step up and take over a game, and TL just could not get past them.
What did I do?
Huh?
Sam, don't do that.
That was like 30 minutes ago. So I don't know what you did 30 minutes ago.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Streak, but as you highlighted, so many good moments, so many good performances, montage moments in some of those series.
Sorry, I missed that one.
Yeah.
I did a 6-7.
Oh, right. Okay.
Forgot about that. I did.
Talk about what? No, I'm kidding. Honestly, T1 really went, okay, you guys had your fun. We're gonna wrap it up from now on.
Yeah.
23
mental
to wrap the series. Raz, they can't see it, but I am looking at you right now.
Yeah, you are. You are.
It's some serious side-eye.
They handled some pure business today. T1 showcased a lot, and I feel like the one thing that was like the most iconic thing from them, incredible team fighting.
Yeah.
Like, just you cannot match Pays in moments like that for like just a split millisecond being able to.
I mean, that's insane. I mean, this guy is just so good. Praise. The thing is, like, he is the most pentakilly player of all time for per game played, right? But he's also doing it on the champions, which kind of came about in an era where AD carry pentas were kind of unstoppable. Like, so the changes to Zeri again with the ramping move speed means that you can kind of always chase down for pentas, but he actually gets the splash damage. That's kind of crazy, actually. Owen almost steals that with splash damage from his E off the tower. That's funny as hell.
Every talking point, I feel
Crazy,
man.
Crazy. So there's gonna be the main stage draw after this. We'll stick around for the draw. So they'll do an interview and they'll do the draw for main stage.
Good luck.
The only thing that's running through my head is like, I did put him down in my pickup. I'm pretty sure he's in the pickup side. Because this man has just picked up so many kills. The damage is always there from. He's been absolutely absurd.
I remember when the champion came out, I think it was his rookie year.
Arsh crashing out because thinks TL's better than like main stage teams, which in fairness to a certain degree, yeah.
Enabled on the rift. So the fact that this champion is meta again, enabled with Lulu. Good luck in the main event, guys.
True.
It's another champion that you're gonna have to look out for when it comes to T1. And I think we entered the playing thinking that they were gonna be heavy favorites. I don't think we can readjust expectations, but how strong do they look right now? If you have, it's hard because we only had one-sided games, right?
True.
Throughout the entirety of play-ins. But how do we feel about T1 so far?
I feel very strong about them. I will say the opponents will be extremely difficult from here on forward. So like you still have to recognize HLE that took them down domestically, and the likes of BLG that just won first stand. So like the opposition's going to be incredible.
Well, that's the thing. I think actually, like, I'm a little bit kind of questioning T1 because honestly, I think they have looked.
I agree, Dagda.
Their next opponent is BLG. Like, if you give a lead like that, your individual plays are not just going to match up. Like, they will body you. So I think for T1, I want to see a
look, it's been flashy. They've gotten good leads, but it hasn't been stable, right?
I think we got to see a kind of jokey version of T1. I don't think they're going to play like this when we get to the
loose.
stage. I don't think they're going to be as flippant when it comes towards some of their plays. I think they will really clean it up. But that's why I'm kind of critical of this T1, because I don't think we will see this main stage.
One thing that did get
the thing which is crazy is that I actually still think T1 is showing the same flaws they did in regionals. So like, I don't think T1 are playing that markedly better than they were in playoffs. I mean, maybe Carey's playing a little better than he was. Hey, Doran interview. Let me turn the volume for it.
And I'd argue they're getting early leads a little easier. But maybe that's quality of opponent, right?
MSI journey alive.
Baker's playing better, not massively in lane. He was solo killed by Yahoo. Doing okay versus Quid. I don't think he's playing that much better personally.
I mean, he's gotten a load of solo kills too, to be fair. But that's true of it.
But he's against like much lower tier opponents. You know?
That was true in the LCK though. I think he was one of the highest solo kill getters in LCK. But he also happened because they talked about this on Desk like day one, where he got loads of solo kills but died a lot doing it as well. Basically, got a lot of ice as well.
Oh, it's a mascot for Daejeon.
No.
To celebrate this MSI.
With the little wards. Though, guys, I'm going to put it out there. Maybe we don't put the ward there, looking like that.
Wearing this Teemo hat looks absolutely.
Oh, that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Posted in pages.
Okay. Okay.
I'll tell you when you're older.
So I'm a turn 30.
Clearly young and innocent.
The competition was real.
The pink tip, such a nice touch.
At the beginning whether we can make it through or not, but I'm really glad that we were able to pull it off without dropping a single game.
The heck?
That was on their end. I heard that too.
Okay, I was like,
I heard that too.
So you heard of, okay, system sounds?
That was on their end. Because I heard that from Al's laptop as well. That's on their end.
To be honest, there were some games where
looks like another Messi situation. The Messi statue is something of that
not performing at the best level, but me and my team all together worked really hard, so I think that's how we
Messi in the World Cup, Messi in South Korea, just in a different form.
Morgan has been in great form recently, so a lot of people were paying attention to the top lane matchup. How did it go? Because I have so much experience playing up against him in the LCK, so preparation wasn't too difficult, and I think we were able to have a great game together. You had an incredible performance on the top lane today. How would you like to sum up today's match, and how would you like to rate your performance? Although we got a 3-0 win today, I'm expecting a lot more hardships to come in the future, so we have to still lock in and prepare for the upcoming bracket stage matches. What kinds of mindset are you going to bring to the bracket stage? I feel like I should rather not focus too much on, like, I gotta do well, I gotta prove, you know? I think playing at here
Some truth to that, Doran.
in the bracket stage.
Now, if it had been Spawn that had said that, they'd be talking about it being a loser mentality.
And it's gonna be a
For the record, I agree with Doran.
You and Ben. So I did see a little bit of a cocky interview from Ben, so I think I gotta teach him some lessons. And that was Dora from T1. Thank you very much.
How do you hold a ward area? With your butt?
Yes,
Oh.
I love the instant clap back from Doran here, and I'm gonna give
How
you a
else
bit
is
of
supposed to hold
context
it?
here in case you didn't see it. There is an interview that is heavily trending on Weibo right now where Ben said, I feel
is the
like
quote.
ever since my debut, whenever I go up against Doran, I always have the upper hand. Actually, I knew he wasn't playing very well this MSI.
He played well this series.
That's the one!
That bad?
Oh.
What?
Ben, when he talks...
Ben talks so much shit.
He
This guy
does.
always talks so much shit.
I mean, it's who he is.
I mean, at least he's put the foot in the throat with that one for the get-go, because my word, but that's the thing, Ben has always kind of got the better of him in a lot of those situations, so I am curious.
Yeah, he beat him twice at MSI 20. Well, yeah, he beat him twice at MSI 23. Beat him twice at MSI 24. Lost in MSI 25. But he has like a crazy best of record to the point where the Chinese community used to basically say that like Doran would print tickets to the LPL like to go to Worlds or go to finals or whatever. Because like Doran had like a really bad matchup versus Ben. Last year the lane swap meta kind of nullified that, but I don't think that'll be the case.
There's no hiding it here.
So like, I mean, if he loses now, Ben's gonna get a lot of shit for it. He will, but he does that a lot, right? I'm glad that he still talks shit, but yeah.
Much more fun because he does. Yeah. Much more fun because. Do you want more coffee, Alex? You're all right.
No, I think I'm alright actually, because we're about to end stream anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's so much history between those two organizations as is.
Yeah, I mean, all the time we seem to get these two teams facing up. It's MSI where BLG kind of can sometimes get the better of them. When you look more towards the Pearl stuff, it belongs to T1. Yeah. But even just coming back to Doran, like, it's going to be hard from, like, the way BLG play is, hey, we're going to, like, unlock on and put a ton of resources up towards that top end of the map. Like, invest in Bane, try and play towards his strength. If you end up in a bad matchup...
Yep, I do... Look, the thing is, I think people are going to be really high on T1 because they've smashed every team we've seen them play against here. I actually think they're still showing the same flaws that they did in playoffs. Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And again, I do think we've probably seen some better early moves from T1 that are a little... But again, they've still been...
Not versus TL in the first series. Casey got better in the early game in some... And then obviously, like, Casey kind of like flipped some early games they didn't have to. I actually think this is fundamentally... They haven't changed much. I think they're just... I think this is just showcasing how far above LCK is above, like, LCS. Yeah.
Because the thing is, on the whole, Al's got the right of it, and the thing is, and the suspicion is that Al's got is correct there. Again, I will say I do think at least T1 did make some early moves in a way that they weren't quite as consistent as that in the LCK, but again, that was against better teams, right? So yeah, there might still be some problems with that, and yeah, and Paige can get player of the series, and rightly so. He was pretty bloody disgusting, frankly. That is, those are some, 30% of the damage, 7 solo kills. 7 solo kills in 3 games? Fuck me.
Get winning positions, but like...
Sorry for the random F-bomb, but...
Yeah, I mean, so much of this is what Pays is incredible at. seeing moments in team
Great shot, by the way.
Ezreal game where he just like popped
Yeah,
away.
they had a cool one of the camera in the audience. So like someone else filming Pays through their phone camera.
That's cool.
With the lighting everywhere. Very clean.
Able to clean up. So in terms of maximizing damage, he is one of the best at it.
Looking forward to seeing what T1 is going to be able to showcase here in the main stage, because you say they're going to clean up their gameplay.
Thank you, Law.
So far in the LCK throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
This sloppiness that for me is not something that they should keep on doing, but again, they're not going to have a lot of time to figure it out. And thinking about the playing stage, what we've seen so far, only 3-0s. By the way, we're beating the record of the longest streak of 3-0s today with
In
this
tier
series.
1, yeah.
What are the learnings, in tier 1?
Well, we were just saying all this about Pays and how well he was able to maximize damage. The fact that he got the second highest damage per minute in an international.
Okay, second highest damage per minute in an international ever in that second game. Good God.
It's hectic, right? But it could turn into something beautiful, which is great team fighting, and that could be something that wins of an event like this.
Yeah, I do think though, like some of the takeaways I've had for T1 is like
Yes.
they're no joke.
Yeah, the fact that Pays can also carry on Mel and on Ziggs is a big deal. I agree, Dagda. Huge call.
It's a very different ball game, trying to manage that aggression in the early stage, and I do think that then calls out where you have to be very careful if you're going up against T1 to make sure you're not giving those early plays across. Even the bards we got to see earlier from Keria, this like roaming style is still
They 9-0'd played.
have to keep
Yeah.
check, even if they're not playing that 2v2 hyper aggressive bot lane.
I'm hearing some. Like my palms are sweaty only knowing that the draw
These
show
big
is
arms are
coming.
heavy.
That
Yeah.
we're getting there. Yes.
We have the matchups. We have most of the matchups already.
Yeah, I think T1 are obviously good. They're probably a little better than they were in Road to MSI, but I don't think they're like a different team, you know?
Because that's usually a good news. Maybe not this time around though. We'll see about this in just
Alex, I might go put my PC on.
Sure. You can do your stream.
I think so, unless you want to kind of do stuff after or anything.
No, I'm not gonna do anything.
Cool.
So
Right, I think in that case, am I alright?
okay, I'll watch the draw and then I'll read over to you when it's done. Cool.
Ooh.
Okay, so basically it's the pool 2-3 matchups that's wrong. I think it's such an issue that you have like pretty much fixed results from play-ins most of the time. I like the second seed from the call me crazy. I think that the second seed from the first round winning region should be in pool 3, not pool 4. Because it means that you like open up matchups again, and it means that you don't just get like 2 insanely strong teams against each other in the first round from play-ins.
Because we already have these decided.
So today we're gonna draw the tier 3 teams, as we said, TBDOL, Furia, and the LCP's Secret Whales. The first team drawn is gonna go face off against Lion on the top side of the bracket, while the other will face Hanwha Life Esports on the other side of the bracket.
Load up here.
For Lion. Give us Furia. We
Yeah.
have
Lion Fury will be cool for the matchup.
Yeah.
Ed, you mind getting the chair out of here?
Furia did
Yeah, they did.
I'm like, I can understand the revenge, but I'm also like, that's a dangerous.
They're a dangerous
Yeah.
team. Batu has been an exceptional jungler, an incredibly creative jungler, and so there's a lot there. So
Wait. Faker reveals Lionel Messi is his favorite sports athlete. Oh, Ronaldo fans in shambles.
Yeah.
these are the teams that are already decided, like Laura already said. We're just seeing what Lion and
It's why they've got the Ward skin like that. It's why they got the because they're following Messi statue with the Ward
Right,
mascot.
right.
It's all coming together.
Historical beef between these two teams, and the way it usually goes.
Yeah.
How am I coping here?
What the most?
Or am I
You want to take
coping?
anything else through while I am?
Well, your coffee.
Yeah, well, I'm going to take that separately.
Well, that's
Go.
no.
Pool 3. We're
Yeah,
talking
no, just your coffee.
two
Yeah.
top worlds in 2025. So
He
I'm
didn't
a
pick
little
up his
bit more
coffee.
nervous about that matchup. Plus, I think Tien is playing absolutely insane at the moment. So I think that Skumon Tien matchup is going to be so much fun to watch.
Because that's the thing. Even though these two organizations do have history, there are so many new faces. You're right. Tien is going to be on this team, and not like Kanavi, who was on the team in the prior event. And then on top of that, you have Fengyue, who's a rookie, and you have Zoyan, who's like on this stage, first time in international. So there's a lot happening there for Top Esports.
Yeah, there's so much variance for Top Esports. So Top Esports, obviously they're going to be against G2.
But
They,
given the fact that G2 has been performing really well.
So we're going to have BLGT 1.
stand,
We're going to have G2 Top Esports. Do we know which side of the bracket they're on?
I'm wondering how
Did they show that? I might have missed that.
Furia,
Let's see.
give it to us.
We want Lion Fury would be fun. It is! So we get CBLOL LCS. Okay, cool.
LCS versus CBLOL in the class.
Okay, that's good. That's cool. Good matchup.
The thing is, Fury's been talking a lot for good reasons. They've been beating us. They've been beating
Now, Fury are a good team. Guys, I think people will be really surprised by Fury because people are right off CBLOL teams. But Fury is good. If they were at first stand, I think they would have performed better than the other CBLOL team.
I'm already yapping, and I know I'm annoying as hell.
So HLE Secret Wales. Ooh. The fact that HLE are a Pool 2 team as well is absolutely fucked. Jesus.
They want to be able to show the performance that you usually seek from them.
Top Esports G2 on the opposite side of the bracket to BLG T1, but do we know? So is it BLG T1, Lion Fury on the same side of the bracket? If so, that is by far the easy side of the bracket. Like, what the fuck do you have like HLE G2 and Top Esports on the same side of the bracket? What? That's such a stacked side of the bracket. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Okay, chat, would you prefer lower bracket crosses over so you don't see rematches, or would you prefer rematches in lower bracket? Yeah.
I mean, there was not going to be an easy match.
Now, what this means is that you're more... Actually, how does the lower bracket work out in this? Exactly.
Give it all you have.
Crossover, please. I mean, it gives you more fun matchups. Where's MSI 26? There we go.
But I think for me, the most important one is the stuff we were already talking about prior, which is G2 versus Top.
Okay.
Seeing them at an international event got a lot.
And then the lower bracket crossover happens in round 3.
And this BLGT one on the opposite side, who like...
I mean...
It never really is
yeah.
like an easy matchup anytime you go up against T1 and...
So lower bracket, I mean, like, whoever lower bracket goes against BLG or T1 are going to have a... They're just going to get kicked in the butt, aren't they?
But at least at MSI, the data kind of half skews a little bit more in their favor.
Yeah, for T1, they've been top for the last 5 years, but obviously not winning the event. It's been that one event that's been really...
I have no idea what's happening with knockout predictions. I'm not sure what's happening with that.
2024. I've been the winner here.
Thing is, I know a lot of people will be like, oh, but G2, Top Esports, that's good for G2. And technically it is out of the teams which are available to them, right? At least they don't have to play against like a T1 or whatever. But Top Esports did like utterly humiliate G2 in quarterfinals last year. Do you believe G2 and Top Esports are stronger than T1 and Lion? No, I think T1's stronger than both those teams, but I think that G2 and Top Esports are stronger than Lion. Yeah, I think that Skewmond is better than Inspired, even though Inspired is incredible. I think Skewmond is the best Western jungler. Yeah, I have a lot of belief in G2. Wow, they've had a bit more time to scrim on the patch. I think if G2 were in play-ins, maybe they could have get knocked out early because they wouldn't have had a good meta read. But yeah. Yeah, I think Knight is the best player in the world. Good job, Dagda. Yeah, you missed the draw duo, but it's not, yeah. We get Lion Furia and HLE Team Secret Wells.
Very quickly changes so many of the narratives that a lot of pundits had coming into this tournament.
What's scary about this team and what made them and got them a first-hand championship was the fact that you could look at any other lane and see someone that can carry it out, right?
Yeah, although I do think that Viper's not been playing fantastic right now. The Viper needs to step up.
Any one of those, and you can't disrespect Sun, who I think has been a really pivotal piece. Yeah. Now they don't have to have that rotating door in the jungle. They have someone that they can rely on, and I feel like this team is ready to win an MSI.
Just want to know who plays tomorrow.
Yes, I know we've talked about
tomorrow we have 2 series.
here, even if I'm hoping that
Wait, hang on, no, we gotta. Do we have a day break? We have a day break, right?
What are we looking at here?
So we don't have anyone playing tomorrow, but then day after that we have BLG T1 and Lion Furia. So we have upper side of the bracket. Yeah, so we have both the top matchups there.
They were the biggest surprise to me.
I believe. And then it's actually Team Secret Wells and G2 Top Esports the day after that. But that basically means that we have like no one's got to have like turnaround days for best of 5s until like until lower finals into grand finals basically. Yes, break day, then we open up with BLG T1. Yep.
I think it's also giving G2 time to kind of see where the meta stands and start to work out like counter picks and answers to a lot of what the strategies are going to be. I think works out well. I do think it is going to be tough against Tien, especially when he's like so locked in with Fengyue and how they play around the early game and looking for invades. But if there is a team that's going to be able to do it, it's G2. Like Skewmond is the best jungler in LEC for a reason, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how that one pans out.
I know a lot of people
better former than World Snow. Yeah.
Everyone's cheering him on. That is actually incredibly beautiful.
Cassigen's great.
That is amazing.
What a
I did not
legend.
know. We're gonna have to get over there.
Yeah, cute moments.
Yeah, very.
Love
There
it.
was a lot of birthdays.
Yeah, there is.
G-Sun, Kobe, Cassie, there's a lot of going on there. Yeah.
Hey,
That's
celebration.
Yeah.
And esports.
Yeah,
Yeah, double elimination is better than single elimination when you've got bad seeding. When you have bad seeding, double elimination can sometimes, because things like if you're playing a single elimination bracket, you find out the winning team more often than not still. But in a double elimination bracket, you are more likely to find the correct 2nd through 4th place teams or whatever, right? A single elimination can sometimes give you an incorrect 2nd team, an incorrect 3rd, 4th team. So for instance, like Rox Tigers were the 2nd best team at Worlds 2016. I think in Worlds 2018, you had like KT Rolster probably being the 2nd best team. They actually went out in quarterfinals. That was probably the most egregious example of that. JDG Worlds 23, they were 2nd best team. They went out in semifinals. You know, many such cases. Yeah, many such cases where single elimination sometimes leaves you with an incorrect 2nd seed, second place finisher.
MSI main stage, and then they went to America's Cup and handed both, not just C9 but Sentinels. They put us on our butts. Like there's such a.
But like, how do you fix the seeding issue? I mean, double elimination is. The thing is, double elim somewhat affects the seeding issue, but the play-in situation doesn't get any different from that. Like the fact that IG were probably a top 8 team and had to like go out in the first series of the event was that's just diabolical from last Worlds. The fact we get T1 BLG into G2 top East was diabolical first round. At least it's not single elimination for that, you know. One could argue 22 EDG would be better than quarters if they not faced Plot Armor DRX. They'd also had COVID at that event too, Jonas, but yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think 22 EDG was far better than a quarterfinalist team as well, for sure.
I don't want to assume. I just want the get back. That's it. That's all I want. I recognize.
Oh, hang on. Clean feed's gone down. 1 second, let me switch to... I've got a backup for this, for these reasons exactly. Come on, give me live.
Games that we're gonna open the main event with on July 3rd, so it's gonna be Friday at 12 KST. It's gonna be HLE versus Team C12,
Cool.
followed by G2 versus.
Okay, so we have a day break, and then we have top side of the bracket, then bottom side of the bracket, basically.
Lion versus Furia, and second matchup will be.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we get the main event for last.
Oh, it's also the 4th of July, right?
Oh, true.
Oh, hang on. No, they switched it around. They switched it around. Hang on, no, they switched it around.
We have to win that one.
No, they switched it around. So we actually have a match from each side of the bracket. No. So they changed the days around. So initially initially it was meant to be, as far as I was aware, top side of the bracket and bottom side. They switched it around. So we have bottom side of the bracket first, top side of the bracket after. Okay, all right. Now, I'm going to have to chat with G2 because we might end up doing some games from their office. I'm not entirely sure. We shall see, basically.
Nice to each other. Come back in 2 days and we'll see you there.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for sticking around. I'm going to go right over to Sam, so enjoy his stuff. And if you're on YouTube, the show will end here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you there. See you in a bit, folks. Bye-bye. Okay.